these paraphrasing services under our human-based paraphrasing service for all of you to make sure that you guys don't get stuck with Turnitin AI. We guarantee Turnitin AI 0%. Zero when we do it. But you guys need to give us a bit of time, definitely. Alright? Now, let's get into the explanation of this round number 3. By using interlink instead of interrelated now, and I changed the driving word, I also soften the tone even further. The two sentences will have more complex structure. Complex. And now, let's wait for the result. Turnitin AI 0%. Finally, that's how we do it. That's how complicated our life is, unfortunately. Alright, so this is how you manually paraphrase your sentence for free on your own. Alright, that's definitely difficult, but practice will make it perfect. Nothing to worry, practice will definitely make it perfect. I never born knowing how to write English properly. Okay, I learned. Hustle, and this is what we can do now. Okay, we formulated the method now, how to beat Turnitin AI. So all the context maintained, few rounds of solid rewriting. This is just one paragraph. If you have 300 pages of thesis, if you have 20 pages of journal, if you have 10 pages of assignment, calculate the timing, guys. Turnitin AI humanizing tool will never work. And we can guarantee Turnitin AI to hit 0%. See all these graduates today, all these guys, they all once upon a time, not once upon a time, like just last year, they mistakenly used Grammarly. They didn't know that Grammarly is being detected, and they hit Turnitin AI more than 80%. And at the very last minute, we actually helped them out to graduate. And that's what happens. All individual clients here, we consulted their entire thesis, but to save cost, of course, they wanted to use Grammarly to proofread, but unfortunately, they had to come back. So that's what happens now. This is why you look at this funnel, right? This entire paraphrasing steps, right? How we construct the sentence. This is why human brain is far superior compared to AI when it comes to creative academic writing. At the end of the day, humanizing tool is still an AI tool, guys. AI. How you going to use AI to remove AI? It doesn't work. Alright. Sometimes, only sometimes, humanizing tool may beat Turnitin AI by totally changing the context. It would mean something else altogether. I have proven it before in one of my videos on TikTok. This is the video using Walter Wright's. Okay, totally destroyed the context. 100% student will fail. It's unavoidable. When your context is changed, the only thing you can do is you get failed. That's it. Okay, so here is a complete paraphrasing training template for all of you to practice on your own, so that you guys don't need to pay anyone for paraphrasing. If you guys want this template, hit the subscribe button. There is a notification right there, right? You see that button there? It's free. Just hit it. Nothing will happen to you. Alright, this is also free. And the comment down there, please comment that you need the template. My guys will get in touch with you. Turnitin AI 0% guaranteed. Free classes for PhD master students on class number 1, literature review analysis using Google Scholar, ChatGPT with AI persona prompting. Class number 2, critical review and research gap with Google Scholar as well, but we are combining Scopus and ChatGPT this time. Class number 3, how a student failed PhD defense due to AI and how you all can avoid it. And final class number 4, systematic review and how to publish Scopus, Web of Science before proposal defense. So in case if you want to recap or you never attended live sessions before, come and join these classes for free. Free. Wait, the registration information is coming up now. So class number 1 is on 21st January. Very, very soon, 21st January. Class number 2, you can see here, 22nd January. Class number 3, 27th January. And class number 4, 28th January. So you guys will be prepped before we launch into our PhD this year. So you guys want to register for the classes, right? Find the link in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and hit notification bell as well. Okay, click the button, you'll be arriving at this particular page. Click this link, join our WhatsApp group, and the rest I will share in the WhatsApp group. See you guys. Let's write chapter 1 introduction section together today. In the next videos, we shall discuss background, problem statement, RO, RQ, and all of it in chapter 1. If you want me to discuss all the sections in the next and the next and the next videos, make sure you comment what specific sections you would like me to cover the most in the coming videos. So, on the same topic as the previous video here, technique to eat bread with a chopstick for breakfast. Now, let's modify my chapter 1 introduction template for this topic right here. So, in step number 1, we start with a very broad intro for this particular topic. So, all of you can see the title of this particular thesis topic, that, just for fun's sake. The anchor of this title is breakfast. Why so? Why breakfast? Because if you look at this title, without the word breakfast, this entire topic won't exist. It will all fall apart. There is no chopstick, there is nothing else. It's only breakfast that is pulling the whole topic together. So the whole paragraphing for step 1 should follow a funnel concept, starting with the most broadest context, why breakfast is important for a human. And then you narrow down, what are the usual meals for breakfast? Narrow down further, what happens if you skip breakfast? That is step number 1. And the full write-up would be like this, where breakfast is often referred to as the most important meal of the day. And then you talk about the overnight fasting period where it restores glucose levels. You're basically showing how important is having breakfast, which essentially strengthens the title, the anchor. If you look at the anchor again, right, it strengthens why breakfast is important. That will give an edge to the readers why this topic is so important. Then you can see further explanation where we talk about periods of sleep, the body needs fuel to kickstart metabolism, enhance concentration, talk about improved performance both physically and mentally. It really signifies breakfast. That means it signifies the topic itself, why we need to talk about this. And then we can also rope in some studies which talk about people who eat a balanced breakfast tend to have better memory, attention span, problem solving skills, and all these other mechanisms that comes along as an advantage with breakfast. Followed by that, you talk about children, students, breakfast, all these other additional points. Step number 2, further explanation of the body, in this case the breakfast itself, with literature review. In this continuation of the funnel, now you bring in statistics on the types of food for breakfast. Next part, how common is bread compared to any other food across different cultures and countries. Now, for step number 2, after all that funnel explanation, we go into the details. You see that whole detail up there, the whole write-up. So breakfast habits vary globally. You're going down the funnel now. You talk about the entire perspective of breakfast. So you talk about surveys provide insights into what people usually eat, and then you bring in some statistics, right? So in 2022, Statista survey showed that around 59% of adults regularly eat bread or toast, which supports your entire topic, right? And then followed by eggs, 58%. So it basically emphasizes that people eat breads the most. People eat bread all over the world the most compared to any other breakfast. So that shows why you need to introduce chopstick specifically for bread, just for the fun of it. Okay, then you can see they talk about coffee, and then over 60% Americans starting their day with coffee along with breakfast. Then they also talk about UK, okay, where National Diet and Nutrition Survey reported about 70% of households include bread products, toast, sandwich, rolls. So this again further amplifies, further concrete up the entire bread topic. And then you talk about Japan, you talk about Malaysia. You can keep adding. Don't add too many countries. I think that's enough already. You got Japan, Malaysia, UK, US, and so on. That's enough to strengthen, and we have of course China as well. That is enough to strengthen the statistical part of the significance of having bread for breakfast. So this segment is done. Okay, step 1 done, step 2 done. So next, steps 3 and 4 comes together, where according to the template we talk about other involved parties and bodies, which in case basically the literature, more literature on the core issue. So continuing down the funnel, just for an example, we're going to rope in WHO here. So just for an example's sake, according to World Health Organization, not having breakfast is not worse compared to having breakfast in a wrong technique. Without this, okay? So whether you eat bread or any other breakfast, hygiene is vital. Therefore, doing that is not very good. That's what we're trying to establish in introduction itself. But if you realize, we never talk about chopstick at all, because we're going to leave that for the background section. So the detailing part, step 1 we have seen, step 2 we have seen. Now is the step 3 detailing write-up for this particular template, where we can start with according to World Health Organization. Now we bring in all the international organization, and the way food is consumed just as important as the type of food itself. So they say skipping breakfast while skipping breakfast has its risk, eating breakfast in the wrong technique or under unhygienic condition, holding it like this, can be even more harmful. So now we are driving the entire topic towards the background and the problem statement, because we want to introduce chopstick, this instrument right here. We need to introduce this. So we need to start that somewhere from introduction, and that's what we are doing right here. So for an instance, consuming contaminated food, sharing utensils without proper cleaning, or eating with unwashed hands can directly expose a person to foodborne illness, gastrointestinal infections, and other health risks. Next, step 5, summary. Overall, it is very important to deep dive into not only breakfast, but due to the absorbing capacity of bread towards bacteria, handling it during a breakfast requires more care. Now is the most surprising part, surprise, of the entire video today. This is how, up there, AI would write the introduction. If you read what ChatGPT 5, PhD level ChatGPT had given, if you read that, no introduction, background had jumbled it all together. We start speaking about cutlery very early, but never spoke about why cutlery is brought into the picture. We don't even know why if you read it there. I don't know why bread from Western diets were combined with chopstick for the reason of cultural intersection. Doesn't make sense whatsoever. You cannot even form an idea. And worst of all, look at the problem statement. You only get that. That doesn't say anything. Okay, this is the whole problem of using AI without knowing what you need, and you will just copy and paste that and destroy your entire thesis. That's where everything goes wrong. So don't copy and paste from AI without understanding what you need. So in the next video, we're going to jump into background. Introduction done, next is background, then problem statement, then the rest. How would you start the background section for this particular topic? This is the full topic. How would you do it? Do comment here. Don't forget, I need your opinion and your ideas. With that, don't forget, make sure you subscribe and comment on your ideas for the next section of chapter 1. Please do not ask AI for answer. Use your logical thinking. How would you do it? Free classes for PhD master students on class number 1, literature review analysis using Google Scholar, ChatGPT with AI persona prompting. Class number 2, critical review and research gap with Google Scholar as well, but we are combining Scopus and ChatGPT this time. Class number 3, how a student failed PhD defense due to AI and how you all can avoid it. And final class number 4, systematic review and how to publish Scopus, Web of Science before proposal defense. So in case if you want to recap or you never attended live sessions before, come and join these classes for free. Free. Wait, the registration information is coming up now. So class number 1 is on 21st January. Very soon, 21st January. Class number 2, you can see here, 22nd January. Class number 3, 27th January. And class number 4, 28th January. So you guys will be prepped before we launch into our PhD this year. So you guys want to register for the classes, right? Find the link in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and hit notification bell as well. Okay, click the button. You will be arriving at this particular page. Click this link, join our WhatsApp group, and The rest, I will share in the WhatsApp group. See you guys. Persona prompting versus funnel prompting. Which of these prompt technique would be the best for your thesis writing using AI in this current age? No matter you use ChatGPT, Perplexity or any other AI tools. These are the two well-known techniques, and let's find out which of these two would be the winner today. If you don't know either of these techniques, then you are not doing it right at all. Before we continue, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and comment down there what kind of prompting techniques you've been using all this while. Okay, so now let's start. A. Funnel prompting. Step number 1. In ChatGPT, like this, you start the funnel by asking a question on what it knows about your interest, like this. This is a very good example that you can see. And from this example, you want to write a problem statement for PhD now. So, as you can see now, it may provide a problem statement for various level of studies. You can look at all the results here. Now, step number 2. If you need it for bachelor's or PhD, then prompt it differently. Okay, you can look at here. Example, here we ask the difference between bachelor and PhD level problem statement. So basically what I'm doing here is I am bringing the AI down a funnel. Okay, a funnel step by step, because the understanding is very, very broad when it comes to AI. The fella knows so many different things, right? So I want to make sure that the fella is focused into what exactly I want. So I take from a very broad question, then I talk about problem statement, then I go into the level of study, then slowly I will go down through the details. Now, step number 3. Once it understood the differences between PhD and bachelor level, which I believe it really won't, I don't think it has that ability yet, okay? As per what Dennis Hasabi's already mentioned, okay, you guys can go and read this article, very, very good article. AI still don't understand context and doesn't have the capability of reasoning, okay? If you don't have that both, you won't even know the difference between a bachelor's and a PhD and a master's. You won't know the difference, okay? Even us, imagine you don't understand I cannot understand the difference between bachelor. I cannot understand the difference between PhD. I don't know what is master's. Anyway, we follow the process. Now, we prompt for it, the AI, to create a PhD level problem statement in the area of entrepreneurship and strategy for small, medium enterprises, SME. This is part of the thinking model. It is supposed to be the most advanced AI model in the world. As you can see, it's not lengthy enough. It's too simple. For bachelor level, I think okay lah. It's acceptable. But for a PhD level, I don't think so. Alright, because PhD you are explaining out of literature a very, very, very detailed problem statement that you want to convince the world that you are the first one to do it. Right? That's very, very important when it comes to PhD. And also lack of strong justification. Lack of strong justification. Remember that phrase. Without justification, you can never get your PhD. And to be honest, too significantly simple for PhD level. Now, whatever mentioned in the first paragraph as part of the research gap on entrepreneurial process and international SMEs, just look at this Google Scholar search here. Okay, these are the keywords I've used. Look at the second paper. It had completed that entire work, done, already published. This is what AI do. It just recycles and recycles and recycles and recycles. It cannot think on its own for a new solid answer. It can aggregate information. Okay, it's a very good aggregator. Now, the question comes, can persona prompting write a problem statement or research gap for PhD level or not? A bit unique idea. Can or not persona prompting? What do you guys think? Novel problem statement or fake problem statement? Persona prompting is about personifying your AI into a real thinking individual. Okay, so all this while you are thinking AI is some computer somewhere, right? Persona prompting will sort of let the AI imagine itself as a real being, as an actual being. So let's find out. If you look at my prompt here, I have asked the AI to be a professor. Saw that or not? Professor, 30 years of experience with publication, and then create a PhD level problem statement about entrepreneurship and strategy. Exactly the same topic, exactly the same. We do apple to apple comparison. So what happens? What is the outcome? So this is the outcome. Look at that. Alright, if we scroll through this entire outcome, it is definitely slightly lengthier. The citations are quite old. I can understand, I can see that it's quite old. Because when we mention Scopus and Web of Science publication, it can't access those databases. So it can only provide very old index journals that can be found on ResearchGate or some third-party websites, not through Scopus or Web of Science, because it's behind paywall. Nonetheless, let's compare the gap given by persona prompting and funnel prompting. Let's compare and find out. First paragraph here spoke about how and under what conditions entrepreneurial strategies generated international advantage for SMEs. While funnel prompting said the exact same thing as well. The exact same thing. No difference. It explained how and under what conditions, instead of the keyword strategy, it used conditions. That's it. Exactly the same outcome. Instead of international advantage in persona, okay, persona used international advantage, right? Funnel used international strategies. Same stuff written differently. That's it. Alright. For second paragraph, if you look at the second paragraph, if we compare side by side again, funnel prompting went straight into the gap. Alright, straight, right into it. However, persona speaks about entrepreneurial orientation and dynamic capabilities in international SMEs. Yes, dynamic capabilities in international SMEs. Sounds very familiar, right? Sounds familiar or not? Familiar or not? Did you hear that word somewhere? Dynamic capabilities, international SMEs. We have heard of it somewhere. It's supposed to come. Yes, it is existing. Remember the Google Scholar? Okay. Now, number 2, prompting might look like generating different outcomes. This is what everyone says. If your AI doesn't give a good answer, you prompt it wrongly. There is no such thing. Look at these 2 different prompting. The most recommended technique, still the same garbage. Alright, still the same garbage, literally. For PhD level, this is garbage. We are coming to an end. As a conclusion, you see the recent Hong Kong University scenario? Apart from what I've shared, this is the recent scenario. Hong Kong University. Alright, Hong Kong University. Number 1 university in Asia. Look at the students' fate. She published fake information, got exposed. She, her supervisor and her co-author all got exposed publicly. This is so humiliating. Don't simply believe what influencers are saying just for the sake of money. Tell the truth, guys. Tell the truth. AI is really not there yet to create a genuinely new idea or literature review for you. It's just going to screw up big time. Please do your own work yourself. Otherwise, you're going to really suffer in this coming 3 years time, or maybe more than that. Alright, so wish you guys all the best. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and start thinking on your own. Good luck. free classes for PhD master students on class number 1, literature review analysis using Google Scholar, ChatGPT with AI persona prompting. Class number 2, critical review and research gap with Google Scholar as well, but we are combining Scopus and ChatGPT this time. Class number 3, how a student failed PhD defense due to AI and how you all can avoid it. And final class number 4, systematic review and how to publish Scopus Web of Science before proposal defense. So in case if you want to recap or you never attended live sessions before, come and join these classes for free. Free. Wait, the registration information is coming up now. So class number 1 is on 21st January. Very, very soon, 21st January. Class number 2, you can see here, 22nd January. Class number 3, 27th January. And class number 4, 28th January. So you guys will be prepped before we launch into our PhD this year. So you guys want to register for the classes, right? Find the link in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and hit notification bell as well. Okay, click the button. You'll be arriving at this particular page. Click this link, join our WhatsApp group, and the rest I will share in the WhatsApp group. See you guys. Let's hit Turnitin AI 0% without needing to pay a single penny to this AI humanizing tools. None. No money whatsoever. Let's start with this particular sentence that was flagged for Turnitin AI 100%. You can see that, 100%. Although humanized by paid humanizing tools. So, guys, let's start the full tutorial now. Step 1, understanding. These documents, okay, these couple of documents here, right, were all AI humanized and still detected as 100% Turnitin AI. So then why the hell Turnitin AI is still showing 100%? Already humanized already, what? These guys all paid for humanizing tools, Quillbot and whatnot, all these other tools before they came to us. Because then only they realized, they got caught with Turnitin AI, publication rejected, thesis rejected, assignment rejected, and so on and so forth. Now we need to first break it down. What is the problem? The answer is both simple and complex as well. All this write-up, right, is all the same boring, bloody AI generated text via NLP, natural language processing. They may look different. Okay, they may look different. For our eye, it's a bit hard to capture. But the underlying tone, the grammar structure, the vocabulary used, and the sentence structure are statistically monotonous. This is what no one tells you. It's statistically monotonous. That means, in layman term, okay, for any other people who just learning how to write, Turnitin AI, when it scans these documents, right, it can statistically identify the parameters of grammar, vocab, structure, tone, and some undisclosed parameters. Of course, they have their own patented software and so on, so they won't be disclosing everything. They combine all these parameters that I just mentioned, all of these parameters, to identify whether it is AI written or not. Whether it's AI generated, could be ChatGPT, could be anything, Perplexity and so on. And then AI paraphrase is the same AI, it's the same bloody AI generating and paraphrasing. No difference to that. That is why statistically Turnitin AI does the matching and shown 100% AI generated. This is the sentence. If you look at the first sentence and the second sentence, there is no connectivity whatsoever. So now, let's go to human-based paraphrasing round 1. Make sure your tracking is on and you delete the whole sentence. So deletion down. Now let's paraphrase. Okay, done. What I did was very simple. I combined these two sentences for a better flow and uniformly have a very nice information combining. But my question to all of you, will this become Turnitin AI 0%? The answer is no, unfortunately. It's still detected as AI generated sentence. Look at that, 69% bloody percent. Therefore, let's go to round 2, paraphrasing, by applying the change of voice method. Done. Here, I used interrelated instead of interconnectedness to tone down the styles. And I also changed the second sentence to be an active sentence now with complex structure. I've complicated it now, okay, purposely. So now, the Turnitin should be 0%, right? It is not 0%. It is 36%, which is so, from this now, round 3, we rewrite. I added driving work to emphasize the uniformity of the clause that expresses the result of the previous clause. This will make the sentence feel more fluid, like how a human would tell the story. That's important. Human. Us. Alright, we need to tell the story. So, still not understanding what the hell I just did in these 3 rounds? Don't worry. I understand. It is difficult. That's why we offer these services, these paraphrasing services, under our human-based paraphrasing service for all of you, to make sure that you guys don't get stuck with Turnitin AI. We guarantee Turnitin AI 0%. Zero when we do it. But you guys need to give us a bit of time, definitely. Alright? Now, let's get into the explanation of this round number 3. By using interlink instead of interrelated now, and I changed the driving word, I also softened the tone even further. The 2 sentences will have more complex structure. Complex. And now, let's wait for the result. Turnitin AI 0%. Finally, that's how we do it. That's how complicated our life is, unfortunately. Alright, so this is how you manually paraphrase your sentence for free on your own. Alright, that's definitely difficult, but practice will make it perfect. Nothing to worry. Practice will definitely make it perfect. I never born knowing how to write English properly. Okay, I learned. Hustle, and this is what we can do now. Okay, we formulated the method now, how to beat Turnitin AI. So all the context maintained, few rounds of solid rewriting. This is just one paragraph. If you have 300 pages of thesis, if you have 20 pages of journal, if you have 10 pages of assignment, calculate the timing, guys. Turnitin AI humanizing tool will never work. And we can guarantee Turnitin AI to hit 0%. See all these graduates today, all these guys, they all once upon a time, not once upon a time, like just last year, they mistakenly used Grammarly. They didn't know that Grammarly is being detected, and they hit Turnitin AI more than 80%. And at the very last minute, we actually helped them out to graduate. And that's what happens. All individual clients here, we consulted their entire thesis, but to save cost, of course, they wanted to use Grammarly to proofread, but unfortunately, they had to come back. So that's what happens now. This is why you look at this funnel, right? This entire paraphrasing steps, right? How we construct the sentence. This is why human brain is far superior compared to AI when it comes to creative academic writing. At the end of the day, humanizing tool is still an AI tool, guys. AI. How you going to use AI to remove AI? It doesn't work. All right. Sometimes only. Okay, hi everyone. Very, very good afternoon. How are you guys? Okay, so I think we are streaming this time on YouTube and on Facebook as well, because we couldn't let everyone join. Unfortunately, got very limited space. And somehow some people are blocked from joining. We don't know why. Okay, we're using third-party Zoom here because it's free classes. So I cannot be, I don't have sponsor to buy the license. But nonetheless, those are the limitation, but we have worked out a solution. So for those of any of your friends finding it difficult to join Zoom live, then you can ask them to join through YouTube live and also Facebook live. Okay. So Kelvin, maybe you can share the link in the chat box, Zoom chat box. So we'll be sharing the links to all of you, so you can share with your friends. Whoever finding it difficult to join here, they can join us on YouTube or Facebook as well. Okay, so let me spotlight. Okay, so why cannot stop the video? Remove the video. Okay, all right. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining us today. Very good afternoon. So we also made it 2:30 p.m. today so that we have international students who would like to join as well. Okay, so that's why we try to accommodate as much as we can. All right. Yep, abstract 500 words. All the questions, don't worry, we'll be answering shortly. You can list down the questions, but one way or another, I won't be looking at it. So I would say keep all the questions out of this class towards end of the class. So you guys can ask me then. I'll definitely try to guide. Okay, hi, everyone. Very good afternoon. So we are in our third class today. Okay, we're in our third class. So we have one more class tomorrow. Okay, these are recap classes of literature review sessions from 2025. A lot of students wanted me to repeat the classes before I start off with a new set of classes on chapter 1. Okay, before we start on chapter 1. So we're going to revisit all the chapter 2 classes. We completed first and second classes already. Okay, first and second classes. Let me share with you guys where to find the first and second classes in case if you guys missed out. Okay, for those who are watching from YouTube and also Facebook, okay, Guda Sundari, thanks for joining us via YouTube, no problem. We have Peter joining from Ghana, 6:40 a.m. Okay, that's good. That's a bit early, but yeah, thanks for joining. So let me show you where to find the previous classes. Just hold on for a moment. Let me open Facebook as well so I can post the link. Okay, there we go. All right. So, okay, fantastic. So, how do we look now? Okay, spotlight again. No, spotlight is on. Okay, fantastic. So, sharing the screen. So, all of you can see my YouTube screen, Okay, fantastic. All right. Okay, so this is our YouTube channel. Okay. This is our YouTube channel. So, for those who missed out our previous classes, class 1 and 2, okay, so let me share my link here. Meeting group list, all. Long time I never do live on multicasting, so spare me a bit of time catching up because you got multiple channels here. Crazy amount of channels. Okay, so that is our YouTube channel where you can find all the recordings. For those on YouTube, you know where to find it. For those who are on Zoom live, you guys can find it there. So here we have all the recordings. So we have class 1 here. Okay, class 1 is here 5 days ago. Then we have the class 2 here on our live playlist. Okay, which is this. In case if you missed it out, it's here. So go and watch the first and second classes so you can come up to speed for the third class. But it's okay. Don't worry, you guys can still understand what's going on today. No worries on that. So that is great. So let me leave that there. I've shared the link already. Okay, so my video is at the top for YouTube. All right. Okay, that's good. Okay, so that's that. So first class I've shown already. So now let me show our slides for today. So again, very good afternoon, everyone from Malaysia. For those who are in other parts of the world, very good morning to you guys, and also very good evening if you're from other parts of the world. So please let me know in Zoom and also on YouTube and Facebook. Where are you guys watching the class from? Which country are you guys from? Please comment. Let's see in Zoom. I think Zoom mostly Malaysian, kan? Any other countries in Zoom? YouTube, Facebook, Mauritius. Okay, that's good. Iraq, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, Istanbul, Malaysia. I think we have like the whole globe in this class. We have Qatar, USA, South Africa, Ghana, Indonesia again, Pakistan, South Africa. See, there you go. Pakistan can join, South Africa can join. But some countries, I don't know why it's getting blocked. I have no idea. We have China here, Oman, Zambia, Bahrain, Bangladesh, Iraq, China. Wow. Okay, amazing. So it is truly international. India, Oman, Ghana, Pakistan on YouTube. On Facebook, we have Cambodia, Nigeria. Okay, nice. Sarawak, Malaysia. Ha, 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 ha. Okay, very good. Yeah, yeah, we have many different countries. We have Kyrgyzstan, Egypt. That's how far our Facebook, our YouTube, and our TikTok have reached. Fortunately, thanks to all of you. Okay. So, okay, so Ghana use VPN, it's joining. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. I'll inform others as well. Okay, so a lot of Malaysians definitely. So waiting room, we still got two more, right? So we close that. Okay, all right, fantastic. Okay, so I think that's good. Joining from Turkey as well. We have Malaysia definitely. Johor, Malaysia. Okay, good to know. All right, so we are in our third class today. Thanks for joining my class. I'm Dr. Tawa for the people who joining my class for the first time. So before we get started, let me also quickly ask that how many of you are joining my class for the very first time? Never joined before. This is literally the first time you guys are joining. Okay, so you got me here. I'm looking at three different screens, so I'm looking up. So hope you guys don't mind. Four times first time, me here, first time, me. Okay, lots of first timers. I'm seeing from India. Okay, good to know that. Okay, first time, two times. Okay, that's good. Thanks for coming back again and again. Okay, so lots of first timers, Okay, that's good. So, I believe you guys are already in one of our WhatsApp groups. Okay, we got many WhatsApp groups. I think we have like 30, 40 WhatsApp groups across different universities and private groups as well. We got our Telegram groups as well. So, I hope you guys are in at least one of our groups. Okay, so if you're not, let us know. Later, probably my colleague will share the link to one of our group. You guys can join in. Okay, for those who are not in any of our WhatsApp group, not even one group, or not in our Telegram group, please let us know. Okay. Telegram group name, I think that would be this, Dr. Tawa's Academia, right here. Oops, different screen already. Okay, Dr. Tawa's Academia right here. Okay. So that is the Telegram group, which I'll share the link shortly. Don't worry. Let me pull this back again. So I think all of you are in at least one of the groups. Okay, I can see that. First time, Facebook. Okay, all right, good. So you guys are all in some of the groups. Okay, so let's get to the class today. All right. So we're going to focus on chapters 1 to 5 thesis templates. All right. To beat defense Viva. Okay, so that's our entire goal. It's mostly focused for PhD and master students. Okay, you guys have to be one of the either academicians like academicians. Kalau undergraduate bachelor students, I don't think today's class would be that suitable, but no harm if you want to be part of it. No, we don't deny anyone's entry. Everyone can come. Happy to have you guys. But it will be more suitable for PhD and master students. Okay. So I am Dr. Tawa, streaming live from Malaysia, Cyberjaya. That's where our office is. So today's topic again, we're going to focus on chapters 1 to 5 thesis templates to beat defense Viva. Okay, you guys can see the slides very clearly because I can see it on YouTube as well. So AI assisted literature review versus examiner's feedback. So as I explained earlier, this class or these classes, the four classes, are recaps of last year's 2025 literature review classes. But before I move into 2026 classes, which I'll be starting somewhere in February or March, I would like to recap as per many requests from the students who don't really want to watch the replay. They want live classes. So hence I am here redoing these classes for the benefit of everyone, all right? And also to catch up with everyone as well. All right, so that's what we're going to do today. So this is class number 3. For those who never joined class number 1 and 2 from last week, okay, if you guys missed out, then you can find it recorded version on my YouTube. So if you guys need the link, kindly comment. My colleague here, Kelvin, will share the link. Okay, but make sure you guys comment. Then only we can share the link. All right, for the YouTube channel. Okay, so let's get started. This seminar is purposely made informal. Okay, to create a comforting environment for the students. So feel free to ask questions lah. Pretty much that's it. Feel free to ask question, and I'll definitely try to answer. Okay, for those who want the link, Kelvin will be sharing shortly in Zoom and also in YouTube and Facebook. No worries, okay? So we'll give our YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe my YouTube, eh? Okay, I'm going active on YouTube now. So make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube. Make sure you guys hit the bell button on YouTube. Make sure you guys share the YouTube. Okay, make sure you guys share as much as you can. All right. Okay, so thank you for that. Now, this is me. I'm Dr. Tawa. Okay, so for those who don't know me, I have a PhD. I completed back in the days where there is no AI. So it is 100% legit. Don't even have Grammarly back then. I graduated before time. Okay, I started in 2010. I finished somewhere towards end of 2012, 2013-ish, my Viva. And then I never did my master's. I skipped my bachelor's. I went straight into my PhD. In the UK, they allow that. Some of the Malaysian universities also allowed that. And some of the Europeans also. So then I joined Aston Institute of Photonics, Birmingham, as a postdoc. I worked there for about a year. Then I got bored of UK, so I chose to come back. So I joined Telecom Malaysia R&D industry for about 5 years. Then the rest are all history. I started my own company, and you guys are basically tuned into my company now. My company is streaming. We are proofreading by UK PhD. We're based in Cyberjaya. We are the most popular academic consulting firm in the world at the moment. Okay, we have more than 400,000 followers. Okay, we have clients, as you can see, across the world. Okay, we are followers and audiences and clients across the world. So thank you everyone for that. So hopefully I can share my knowledge as much as possible for the benefit of the postgraduate community. So this is us. This is where we do businesses. I think we are already in about 48 different countries, not for 34. I never updated that. That is our document count. So far, we have consulted. And these are what we do. So we focus usually on, we usually focus on, oh yeah, let me turn off my annotation before I forget that. Annotation. Where do I turn off that annotation? Where do I turn off annotation? Settings. No, not here. Okay, here. Disable. Annotation. Fantastic. All right. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, I'm not very good with Zoom. Uh, so yeah, we as a firm, we focus on thesis consulting. Okay, which thankfully why we can teach what we teach or what I teach. Thesis consulting, publication consulting, Web of Science, Scopus. Thesis mostly I focus on masters and PhD only, not undergraduate. Chapter 4 and Chapter 5 development. Okay, part of our consulting as well. Defense and Viva examiner correction. Thesis to journal conversion. Sorry, my marker is not doing very well today. Thesis to journal conversion, and then we do a lot of training like what we are doing today. But I used to charge a lot for training. Like, I used to have a lot of classes, but then I choose to do it free because I realized during my workshops, many students couldn't afford. And also we cannot serve everyone because there's just too many clients who wants our help. So we choose to do it for free. Okay, so that our knowledge will reach more people and they can help themselves also. Right. So we're also going to talk a lot about Turnitin AI paraphrasing today. Okay. And then yeah, that's what we're going to discuss today. So if you have any questions, kindly feel free to ask as we go. Okay, so YouTube channel I have shared with everyone. We have already crossed 10,000 subscribers as of last week. All right, thank you very much, everyone. I think we got more joiners. Let me open the participants. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, so just one moment. Let me. Okay, all right, that's fine, I think. Okay, so we have a question from Amir. Prof, what are the strategy for writing a high-level introduction and problem background? How to extract the keywords from problem statement? Okay, that is something I'm going to cover in the next class. So stay tuned for the next class. That will be like a whole different class altogether, Amir. Okay. So, but nonetheless, you can also look here. You see, this is very convenient for the question you ask. Problem statement, template, thesis, proposal, problem statement class. All these you go and watch on our YouTube. Free class already recorded live. You can watch all these. You can learn from this. Okay. Slides present which AI is good. I am seeing a lot of ChatGPT, okay, slides. And then I'm also seeing a lot of Canva, okay, people using Canva. You can check it out, all right? Yeah, I think Canva is still quite good, yeah, okay? All right, so that's clear. Now, these are all the templates that you guys can download and use it for free. Because despite having any amount of AIs, there's still a lot of students failing. A lot. Today, I'm going to talk about it also, one of our case study. Because they don't know whether what AI giving them is true or not. Okay, it's actually legit or not. They don't know. Most students don't know, unfortunately. Okay, so hence I am trying to teach them the fundamentals by providing these templates. So we have where is my mouse? Okay, so we have a thesis related template. We have table of content. We have what do you call that? A full thesis table of content for quanti, quali, mixed method. Then we have literature review template. We have chapter 3 template, chapter 1 templates, all the way, all of these. We've got chapter 2 templates, and then we have proposal defense Viva template, and then systematic literature review template, and we have more. We have chapters 1 to 5 template, which we will know run through very quickly today, and chapter 4 data analysis template. Don't worry. Okay, don't worry. My colleague will share the link. Share Linktree, please. Linktree link. Okay, so you can open up Linktree once it's shared in your comment box, and then you will know what to do. Okay, so let me show you guys. Okay, so once you get, I think the link is already there, but cannot click, Kelvin. You cannot click the link. Okay, copy and paste again. Now let me copy and paste. You paste on other channels. Okay, I've pasted ready, Linktree/Dr. Tawa. So you can see, once you open up that particular link, you're basically arriving here. You got one more class tomorrow. Don't forget, 28 January, Web of Science Corpus Review Paper Writing. This is purely publication class, okay? So if you want some really good free class, publication class, make sure you come and join tomorrow. You can register yourself by clicking this particular button. Okay, and then for those who are struggling with Turnitin AI reduction, here is a very short 8 minutes tutorial on how to reduce a Turnitin AI as well on YouTube. So make sure you go and watch it. So if you go down further, you can see TikTok, a lot of followers, loads and loads of followers, all our services. And as you come down here, you'll see Telegram group here. So click this Telegram group. You'll basically open up. We got more than 21,000 people in one single group. All academic researchers, academicians, students, and whatnot. Okay. So once you arrive here, I'll let you guys all join first. Let's take about 1 minute or 2 minutes for those who haven't joined. That's how you join. I've given the link. If you have any trouble, please let me know. Okay, Linktree, join ready. Okay. So once you hit the templates here, just hit the search button, click templates. You will be able to find a lot of templates here. There you go. All of it here. There. We have attached all of it free for downloads. Okay, totally free. Go and make use of it. Okay, help yourself. Enjoy. Okay, so hopefully it'll enhance your learning methodology and speed. Okay, bring you up to speed so you can download all of it here. Okay, so feel free. I'll leave it to you guys. And you got more resources here. If you just search here, I don't know where that came from, but anyway. I really don't know where that came from. Let me delete that. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So, there you go. All of it here. What else? Yeah, you can get more templates here. If you search, you can find a lot of templates here. Right? A lot of templates here. So, I'll leave that to you guys. Let me close that. Okay. All right. Done. Okay. Cool. Now let's get back to the class. All clear, everyone? Can join Telegram ready? On YouTube and Facebook also. You guys are all okay? Zoom, all good? You guys join ready? So we can get started. Okay, fantastic. All right. And especially all the newcomers, make sure you'll be able to join. Okay, so we're going to cover 4 different spaces today. Very, very important class today. So basically, we're going to look at how a student failed his proposal defense. Thesis templates, ChatGPT 5 reliability test, not any 5, ChatGPT 5.2, premium. We're going to do reliability tests. And then we are going to prepare for proposal defense and Viva. Okay, I don't know why my tablet is very sensitive today. Okay, anyway. So, Before we go to the bad part of the class today, let's look at the positive part of it. Okay, so that will give some motivation, some inspiration to all of us. All right. So this is a thesis from Dr. Naif. For those who don't know, Dr. Naif is currently teaching in Oman. He's a senior lecturer in Oman. He used to be UMK University of Malaysia Kelantan's alumni. My former client. Okay, so he is one of my, I would say, my finest client lah to date. Okay, to date. Although he did not get no correction, but he did extremely well. He got minor correction, graduated before time, 2 years and 7 months he completed, and then he published 17 papers. 17 papers, so 12 scopus and 5 web of science. Okay, that is how awesome this guy is. Okay, and his thesis is marvelous. And we are very, very glad that we were able to be part of his journey. We coach and consulted all throughout his proofread as well, all throughout his journey. Back in those days, we don't have Turnitin AI removal. There's no Turnitin AI. Okay. But other than that, it was perfect. So I'm going to teach you guys today, how do you actually structure your chapter 2 literature review? How do you actually do it properly? And then I'll show you how to not do it. Okay, so that is a better catchy part of it. Okay, so let's get to it. The topic of the thesis is conservative agriculture practices, adoption, and impact on the sustainable farm performance for rice farmers in Pakistan. Okay, again, they're looking into conservative agriculture practices adoption. That means some practice adoption for farming lah. Okay, and then impact on the sustainable farm performance, and that following impact on sustainable farm performance, about sustainability topic as well, for rice farmers in Pakistan. Okay, so if you look at the table of content from top to bottom, from 2.1 all the way to 2.10, 2.10.9, we can look at the structure versus title of the thesis, how it's connected. Okay, so if you look at here, after introduction, all right, next part is conservative agriculture. Okay, conservative agriculture. Conservative agriculture is the first part of the title here. Okay, conservative agriculture, which covers a lot of different spaces. We don't get into that today. We're just going to teach you how to structure your chapter 2, how you should logically build up the structure. Okay, so from conservative agriculture, next part is practices adoption. Okay, so adoption part. So we go into conservative agriculture practices adoption. So we see, we go next part here. Okay, we go step by step. Conservative agriculture, then conservative agriculture practices adoption, left to right, left to right. Okay, then next part is impact on the sustainable farm performance. Okay, these are all about impact. Okay, sorry, here. This is all about impact. Why I say impact? You can see here. Farm level factors, farm biophysical factors, economic factors, demographic factors, all these are impacts. Okay, impacts that is supposed to be or should be part of the study. So, impact on the sustainable farm performance. So, if you look at it in entirety, okay, conservative agriculture practices adoption. So, you can say left to right. And then this is all on impact on the sustainable farm performance. So, the title is fully covered in the literature review part. So title is the anchor. Remember this. If you look at the literature review chapter, and then if you look at the title, if they are not connected, there is no any connectivity whatsoever, then there is definitely a problem. Okay, whether it's left to right or right to left or middle to right, middle to left, it's okay. That is fine. Okay, because got different ways of writing things. But important is there must be a connection. Have to be a connection. All right. So I hope that was clear. Then next part is all the theories, okay, of this study. If you realize here, there's no theories mentioned here, but all the theories are established between 2.3 and 2.5. Between this 2.3 to 2.5, all the theories are already sitting in the background. It's already underlying. They already explained as part of the writing. Okay, as part of the writing. Now, my first question to all of you, for those who are listening, to all of you, if you look at here, they are covering from here, all the way here, and all the way here. Okay, but if you read the subsection, the sections, and so on, none of it covers rice farmers in Pakistan. No, this chapter 2 is not talking about rice farmers in Pakistan at all. Chapter 2. Why? Why they are not talking about rice farmers in Pakistan? What is the issue? Can anyone here tell me on Zoom, on YouTube, on Facebook? Can anyone tell me why in this chapter 2 there is no description of rice farmers in Pakistan? Why? That is the gap method. Left to discuss chapter 2. They talk about them in chapter 1 background because it covers in chapter analysis discussion. Context of study, no study done here in Pakistan. It's just a case study. Okay. Context. Objective of study, use AI for TOC because it's use AI for TOC. Okay. Back then don't have AI. This is quite few years already now. Okay, but it's one of the best lah. I can't join Telegram group. I don't know why. I think everyone will be able to join. We never restrict anyone. Unless your number spam before this and we block, then we cannot accept back, unfortunately. Okay. But if you never spam before, then I don't know why. Maybe this is the first study. Okay. My answer to you guys is, okay, if you are an examiner, okay, or if you are someone who wants to come and understand what is going on, supervisor, examiner lah, all right? So if I remove this part totally, entirely from the title, okay, so we remove all this. Then it looks like conservative agriculture practices, adoption, and impact on the sustainable farm performance. Okay, done. That's it. So it's like headless chicken, right? So there is no purpose why we are doing this. Conservative agriculture practices adoption. Okay, fine. Impact on the sustainable farm performance. Okay, but for whom, where we are focusing, what is our market? We don't know any of it. So what does that make? That means this is the subject. Okay, this is the focus. So the focus always should be in chapter 1. So this is where you need to understand the structural flow, the funnel of how you create information. So when it comes to your important core, your subject, that is your demographic or your focus area, okay, that should be always be part of your chapter 1. You can mention about it in chapter 2, but you don't need to repeat the whole thing. Then it becomes redundant. Okay, so that is very, very important for you guys to understand how to structure the flow between 1, 2, and 3, and then 4 and 5. Right? Very, very important to understand that. Okay, right after that, okay, after the theory, all of this established, you can see the title from left to right, all of this established already between all, between 2.2 to 2.5, all covered, all settled, right? Then we have literature limitations, research gap, okay? Once the title is exploited, that means all this covered already, then you jump into research gap, okay? Run into research gap. So then you talk about what are the research gaps you're trying to explore here. Okay, get straight to the point. This is what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I can see some responses on YouTube as well. Okay, that's good. I've answered already. So after your research gap, the next part would be proposed conceptual framework. So all the literature covering the title, all of this, all the literature covering the title. Okay, that's the entire backdrop of literature. Research gap entirely. After the research gap, you have a theory. Okay, now sorry, a conceptual framework. If you see the conceptual framework here, down here, you can see a unified theory of acceptance and use of technology. Okay, conceptual framework, research gap. All right, you can see all tuning in together. All right, so what happens is once you have a research gap, you must have an appropriate theory that supports the research gap. With that, the research gap will require a conceptual framework that addresses the theoretical limitation. So if you see here, research gap will fuel theoretical framework will fuel research gap end of the day will fuel conceptual framework, and essentially will fuel theoretical framework. That is why you need to make sure that you explain all of them together, so that your examiners and you able to explain. Okay, so when you ask AI to do that, that's where things become complete disaster lah. Okay, complete disaster, because contextually AI won't be able to explain to that nuances, to that detailing. All right, that's why you need to understand what is going on so that you know when AI is doing wrong, then you know it is wrong. Okay, that's very, very important to understand. So this is what we call gap tuning. So the gap, you tune according to the theory and the conceptual framework. Oops, push it down. Okay, all right, done. Okay, then the next part of, okay. So then we have everything related to the proposed solution, all of this hypothesis and all of the explanation, everything is related to the conceptual framework. So you guys can understand how from broad introduction, we gradually break down all the way to hypothesis development, the final part here. Okay. So we have some questions on YouTube. What is described will be for rice farmers in Pakistan. I don't understand the question. Can you rephrase again? I don't understand that part. Nabila, because chapter 2 focus on theory, not location or respondents. Okay, I've already answered all that parts lah. So that one done ready. Can someone share thesis templates? Yes. Okay. Later we'll try to share. Okay, later we'll try to share. Okay, so I hope that is all clear now how we structure the entire chapter 2. Now, sorry. Now, I have a question for all of you. Okay, a question for all of you to engage back. We have here starting at page 46 here. Okay, see the total table of content. Literature review starts at 46, ends at 118. This is chapter 2 for thesis, not proposal, thesis. So how many pages are those? 118 to 46 to 118. Can you guys do the math and tell me how many pages are those? Okay, 70 plus. Anyone have any other numbers? Any magical number? Someone going to say 100, someone going to say 40, someone going to say 20. Any other numbers? Chop, chop, please respond. 200 plus people, almost 300 on Zoom. 76. Okay. Okay, so it's actually 70 plus pages. Keep that in mind. Remember this number, 70 plus. Okay, for a thesis that graduated before time and published 17 papers, this chapter 2 is only 70 plus pages. Remember that very carefully. So if you look at the general numbers, even for thesis level, chapter 2 length is only 70 pages. Nominally, not saying it must be. It can be 50 pages, it can be 90, 100 pages, but not too much. Okay, that is the deviation. I would say a standard deviation maybe about 10, 20 pages from the nominal number of 70. So maybe you can look at about 50, 60, or maybe max will be like 90, 80, 90. I think that's more than enough already. More than that, you're just scrapping. Okay, unless you're doing massive mixed method. Okay, massively multi and mixed method. So you got a lot of things to describe. Okay, so remember these numbers, right? So now let's go to what examiners exactly want. Okay, what are they looking for? So this is very, very important because that's why you guys are here, right? Are you guys here to do PhD and masters forever? Do you guys want to do like, for the next 15 years, 20 years, you guys want to do PhD or masters? Anyone here wants to do forever? Who wants to graduate fast, graduate on time or graduate before time? How many of you here want to graduate on time or graduate before time and then go on and live their life? Okay, no, don't want to do PhD and masters forever. Okay, how many of you here on YouTube and Facebook? How many of you here want to graduate on time or graduate before time or want to stay forever and do PhD for 10 years, 8 years, 7 years, 15 years, masters 5 years, 4 years, and so on? Okay, so everyone wants on time again. I also wanted on time. I actually did before time because I didn't want to prolong the process anymore. All of us want to finish on time. That's the main goal. So to achieve that main goal, you guys need to understand what examiners are looking for. You guys need to understand that is your end goal. That is your final toll booth. There is no point you sit down and say, I want to learn everything in the world. I want to learn 100 different AI tools before I start writing my thesis, my proposal. That is the most stupidest thing I've heard in my life. I've heard students saying that I want to go for so many workshops to learn AI tools. Why you want to do that? One AI tool is more than enough. Why you need so many AI tools? Okay, I still don't understand why influencers have to put writing, you got 10 AI tools. Reading, got 10 AI tools. Grammar check, 10 AI tools. This one, 15 AI tools. Why so many AI tools? One ChatGPT, one Gemini, enough. Okay, you can just roll on from there. You don't need so many different AI tools, to be honest to you guys. It's all about how you know to prompt. Would you know whether what they're giving is true or not? You can verify or not. You fundamentally can explain to your examiners. You can find the solution yourself. You know where to find Web of Science corpus papers, and you're good to go. You don't need use so many AI tools. Guys, we did PhD back then. We don't even have Grammarly software. I only had EndNote. Yet I published 12 papers and graduated before time. Okay, I had 8 Web of Science journals and 4 Web of Science conferences back then, and finished my Viva in 2 years and 6 months. I finished my Viva. Okay, so AI is there to help, but it's not everything. We need to all understand that first. Okay, so what do examiners look for? Let's get into that. After the emergence of AI, this is very important. Even last quarter also, the final quarter, fourth quarter of 2026, that means between October to December, the result, especially in Malaysia, was quite bad. Okay, quite bad. We had at least 60 to 70% going for redefense and reviva because they just prompt and paste everything from AI. They have no clue absolutely whatsoever to explain. Okay, they don't know. When the examiners start drilling, when they spin a bit, they switch the question a bit, students cannot answer already. They are struggling, they're shaking already. Okay, this is really happening. You guys can go to, example, you can go to UPM graduate school, you guys can check how many failures are there. You'll get shock of your life. Okay, and go to UKM, and if it's confidential, they won't tell. Lah. Okay, but it's not doing good. It's not really very good. So that's why we want to avoid that. So after the emergence of AI, this is real data. After the emergence of AI, the failure rate increased in both defense and Viva from 5% to 35%. It's increasing more now. I think now we're already hitting 40-50% already of failure. A staggering increase of 500%. This was as of third quarter 2025. I did not update the data after that. This is as of third quarter 2025. Fourth quarter, this number went up. Quite crazily went up. Let me admit. Okay. Quite crazily went up. Okay. So why? What is the main reason? I know many students don't care about this. Many students are not bothered. I've heard about it. Okay. I've seen it myself. But like I said, end of the day, who wants to stay forever and do their PhD? They don't need to bother. Lah. If they really want to graduate on time, graduate before time, they really need to give attention. Where to use AI, how to use AI, how to use your own brain, how to combine all of it so that you come at the top. It's that simple. Okay. Is that the reason why lecturer avoiding taking? No, because they got too many. Okay, either they got too many students or they kind of giving up already because they know the students come in, they're going to use AI and they're going to fail. Because the university system will never allow you to pass with, fully just... Some people did made through. They made through proposal defense. I have to be honest. Some people did made through proposal defense after prompting and just pasting everything. But once they go to data collection, they cannot proceed anymore because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to address the instrument. They don't know how to address the hypothesis. They don't know. Some of them cannot go to, you cannot even pass through the pre-viva. So they come back, they wasted 2.5 years with AI. They come back, they redo everything and then they restart back. I've seen many like that. Okay. So how to avoid this? What is the actual core problem here? Okay. So this is a real case study. I don't want to tell which university. Okay, but that is the topic: high performance work systems, exploring dual. Now the student already changed the full topic already. We sit down with him, we coach and redo everything back. Okay, basically it was hell lah. Okay, to redo everything. Okay, the student went through hell. So the topic was high performance work systems, exploring dual outcomes and contextual moderators. Okay, and contextual moderators through a contingency perspective. Okay, so again, where's my mouse? Okay, so high performance work systems, exploring dual outcomes and contextual moderators through a contingency perspective. Okay, so I understand what is high performance work system. I understand contingency perspective. Okay, let me circle again. I understand what is high performance work systems. I understand contingency perspectives. But until today, okay, until now, until this moment, I cannot understand what is exploring dual outcomes and contextual moderators. Until now, I don't understand. Okay, after coaching through the student already finished defense, he already went on to, now starting chapter 4 already. But he had to redo everything lah. Okay, until now I don't understand. The student just blindly copy and pasted everything. Just prompt, copy and paste everything and just move on. So until the end, he also cannot explain, and no one can explain actually. We don't even know what is this. Okay, so these are the predicaments that we are facing now. Okay. So from YouTube already extended 1/7 due to writing. Okay, that's just bad. Okay. Hopefully you'll make it. Okay, so let's look at the problems. Problems from the examiners only for chapter 2, and this is only the key ones. I did not take everything. If I take everything, the comments are like, I would say about 25 pages easily. So I don't want to go through that. All right. So I'm looking at this. These are summarized version. So these are some of the comments. Now I'm not going to read it through here. Let's go through the comments one by one. Okay. So everyone with me, shall we go through all the comments here? Are you guys still focused or sleeping ready after lunch, especially in Malaysia or this region lah? Okay. So all still awake, wide awake, the eyes not dozing off yet. Yeah, that's why I try to avoid class after lunch. Yeah, what to do? Okay. All right. So, oh, morning. Morning is good. Morning is good, but it's not morning for us. Okay, it's afternoon here, which is afternoon classes. Okay. Anyway, so these are the things we're gonna cover now. Okay, just to fun up a bit. Okay, first case. Listen and working. Okay, I'm glad. Okay, so case study 1.1 overall length. Okay, so if you look at the overall length of the proposal, chapter 2, you get shock of your life, Okay, I got shock of my ever-living life. Okay, look at the length. 219 freaking pages. 219. Chapter 2 only, Proposal, not thesis. Proposal only. Remember what I shown about Dr. Naim earlier? 70 pages for thesis. This one 219 pages. Normally, proposal is 40 pages. Thesis will be around 70 pages. That's it. Okay, proposal to thesis. Proposal chapter 2, if it's 40 pages, thesis will be about 70 pages. Here, proposal itself is 219 pages. Okay, so that means you can know how much of rubbish in it. Okay, so absurd to have 219 pages of literature review. It's only a proposal. Okay, what lie you can write in a proposal? You're basically proposing. It's like you're writing 200 pages of love letter for your girlfriend, when you propose. It's supposed to be short, compact, precise, wordy, romantic enough, when we get into that. Same thing here. This one is like, you're not writing book. You don't need to have that kind of length. It's only a proposal. Okay. So, max 30 to, sorry. Max 30 to 40 pages would do for a proposal. 30 to 40 pages, more than enough, actually, more than enough. After completing discussion chapter, after you complete chapter 5, discussion chapter, then chapter 2 can be expanded into around 80 pages. Okay, that's the nominal length. If you remember, Dr. Naim, the sample I shown earlier, it's about 70 pages. Nominally, around 80 pages is good enough. For chapter 2, thesis. Proposal, about 40 pages, fantastic enough already. Don't need more than that. Okay, why such length is useless? Why? Because you will be writing unnecessarily, diluting the actual content and annoy readers with repetitive and unrelated information. Imagine you sitting down watching Harry Potter film for 5 hours, one film, the fellow just riding on the broom throughout the whole film. You cannot understand why the fellow riding broom also. For whole film. Same thing. If you never watch Harry Potter, then too bad for you. You should go back and watch. Okay? So, all right. So, it'll be really boring, to be fair. It'll be really boring. Okay. So, imagine watching a film that is yapping the same thing for 4 hours. Literature is to support your problem statement. You're not writing a book. Remember that. Okay, remember that. You're not writing a book. Okay. Okay, then case study 1.2, systematic review. This is the best of, not exactly the best of the best yet. Okay, so we have something from Kusai. Could divide classes on announcement posters like when classes are 10 a.m. Malaysian time, it's preferred for Malaysians. And no, we are organizing the same time only, brother. I don't have the time to organize separately. I really don't have the time. Okay, it's already free class already. And I wish I have that much of time in my life. So it's only one class. Okay, so if I'm doing it on my own, not doing it with universities, in Malaysia, then it'll be 2:30 p.m. so that you can cover both Malaysia, Southeast Asia, and different parts of the world. Okay. So the ones that we do with universities in Malaysia that is tied up to the universities, those will be always 10 a.m. Okay, so today's class is 2:30 p.m. and tomorrow's class will be 2:30 p.m. as well. When it's private class, like, from us directly. Okay, thank you, Kusai. So now coming back to here, systematic review case 1.2. Okay. Case study 1.2. So here, if you look at this, records identified from Scopus 6041. Let me ask you all a question. Is one database Scopus is enough for systematic review? Can someone tell me? Is one database Scopus for systematic review, one only, is it enough? Why not? Why not just one database? Why not? Why not, guys? One database is easier, what? One is not enough. Retrieval bias, very good. Okay, that's the term. You are biased, by the way, because you're only looking at one database. The whole reason behind using systematic review is for you to not to have bias. So if you have only one, that is bias already at the extended level. You must have minimum two. As many as you want if you want more than that, but minimum two. Scopus Web of Science must always be there. Minimum two, right? So that itself is the first disaster already. Now, this student used AI, okay? He used ChatGPT, okay? He used DeepSeek, and I think he used Site AI or SciSpace, one of it, okay? I cannot confirm. He used these three tools, okay, to come up with this idiotic Prisma chart, okay, that only used one database, okay, because he had no clue what is going on. That's the problem, all right? That's the problem. So, and that's the first problem. The next problem is from 6041, okay, papers, until now he doesn't know how he came up with 625. Until now, he doesn't know. He couldn't answer in the examination. He went there, with confidence because AI did everything for him. So he was so happy. Went there, I think he never even lasts half an hour. They just send him out. Done deal. Go and redo everything. Everything is scrap. Just scrap the whole shit. Okay, 625. Okay, excuse my language. So 625. So from 6041, how he came to 625, no one knows, and I also don't know. Okay, so Scopus alone would never be sufficient, which is this, but that info won't be understood by AI. AI doesn't understand context. It's what the flow registers all the time. Okay, then next thing, before we go to the numbers, next thing, he only has two keywords. Two keywords also usually is not enough. Okay, two keywords only are very, very limited. Okay, Zoom user, how to check what? Can you elaborate a bit more, please? I cannot understand. Okay, so that is the second fault. Two keywords only. That's very, very limited. Very, very surface. You're not going into details. You need to have better search string. Okay. So then abstract screening missing. So why abstract screening is missing? That is why we don't know how from 6041 it became 625. Okay. So total 6041 to 625. How? That is what happens when we just copy and paste everything from AI without understanding any of it. Okay. So that is the problem because abstract screening is missing altogether. This whole thing, right? So screening is only full text. There is no abstract screening. So I think AI somewhat did abstract screening, but did not mention this. Abang also didn't know, not bothered. Okay. So then the rest of the process are somewhat okay. There are still problems here, but somewhat okay. I don't want to get into that. But this is the first three base problems that confirm the student will fail already. Student is on fail already, 100%. Okay, no need to mention more. Then we have this. Okay. We are using Scopus. Okay, we are using Scopus. You can see here, right? Scopus database. That means we're supposed to use Scopus analytics. We're supposed to apply Scopus analytics. Okay, but unfortunately, here we are applying ABS analytics. Okay, ABS is another index. Okay, because because AI cannot access Scopus. AI cannot access Scopus. AI cannot access Web of Science. AI cannot access majority of the journals: Elsevier, Taylor Francis, Sage, Emerald, Taylor, Wiley, Blackwell Publishing, IEEE, IMAC, Indus Science, all the major publishers in the world, AI cannot access. Okay, and Scopus also the black and white. Because all these are behind paywall. All universities need to pay. You cannot just access it. All right. So that's why the flow came up with ABS ranking. When the bibliometric part came, because normally systematic review, you will have bibliometric part, right? You'll have how many papers versus years, and then all different things you will do bibliometric, right? This is one of the bibliometric to see what are the quartiles of papers you got. So from here, this ABS ranking is totally irrelevant. Okay, so can you go to a Toyota showroom and try to buy Mercedes? Can you? Can you guys do that? New showroom or not used car showroom? Can you go to a Toyota showroom to buy Mercedes Benz? Okay, if you cannot, then if you're looking at Scopus, don't report anything else. Okay, this is totally irrelevant, but unfortunately, AI cannot access it, so the flight just vomit out. And this is called hallucination, fake information. Since the flight cannot get the right information, then the flight just vomit out everything. Napkin, whatever, Jenny AI, Site AI, SciSpace, Elicit, Consensus, Lead Map, Perplexity, Gemini, ChatGPT, Cloud AI, Rabbit AI, whatever AI, Thesis AI, what is the other one? I forgot the name. All of it have the same problem because they all are built up based on transformer network. Okay, transformer network means hallucination is 100% hallucination. You cannot avoid it. Okay, fake information will always be there. Same, paper pen, all the same. They are all using transformer network. There is only one type of AI in the world, transformer network. That is the base. That is the neural network base. It's how the brain is wired. So hallucination is a must. They can avoid hallucination. Actually, all the AI tools can avoid hallucination. Can everyone tell me what is hallucination? Do you all know what is hallucination? How many of you here know what is hallucination? Daydreaming. Yes, it's all false information, fake information, not true. A lot of fake references, fake content, fake information, created, manipulated, and created. It's not even exists. Okay, all made it up. So hallucination is something that AI companies will never stop. Okay, because why? If you ask something to ChatGPT, PaperPal, whatever you use, like Gemini, whatever, if the fella keeps saying no, the fella keeps saying, I don't know, I'm not sure, I don't have access to it, I cannot access to it, I don't know, it's beyond paywall, I cannot pay. Will you guys continue using it? Think about it. So to keep you engaged so that you don't stop using it, you guys and you guys on YouTube, you guys on Facebook, if you guys stop using it, the AI will die. So if what will make you stop using it? If they keep telling they don't know, okay, they keep telling that they have no idea, they got no access, they cannot answer, they really don't know, then you'll stop using it. So why open AI solution to AI hallucination would kill ChatGPT tomorrow? Because they want the AI to lie. They want the AI to create fake stories. Okay, it's okay because as long as you use. But most users don't even know it's fake. That's the whole problem. Okay, all right. So remember that. That's why we have this kind of students failing. Okay, that's why you get ABS ranking. When the students don't know the difference between ABS and Scopus, they all goes down the drain. Okay, all right. So remember that. This one, this is very interesting. Okay, so this is frequency versus years. Okay, frequency versus years. That means from 2002 to 2025, what are the papers published under HPWS? Okay, high performance work system. So distribution of HPWS related studies by year of publication. You guys can see the axis here, right? Let me zoom in. You can see right here. Distribution of HPWS related studies by year of publication. Oops, sorry. Okay. So here, search period stated 1995 to 2025. 1995 to 2025. But here, it started at 2002. Okay, if you look here, it started at 2002. So what happened to 1995 to 2001? What happened? What was the actual issue? 1995 to 2001. Can someone tell me? Why missing? Why cannot get? What happened? What happened to the papers? Okay, let's see. We go and check. Come, let's go do it together. That's why self-research is important. Don't just prompt and paste only. Okay. So we go Google Scholar. Then we type. We go advanced search. We go here, advanced search. We put exact phrase HPWS. Okay. Then we put year here. Okay. Year 1995 to 2021. Search. You got 8,000 results. Okay. 8,000 results. You have it. Not that you don't have it. Okay. So in 1995 to 1995 itself, there was 22 papers published using HPWS. See, HPWS, see? All HPWS. All of it HPWS. Okay, this is what we call hallucination because AI don't have those papers. So the say don't have. Okay, people who trusted it, they get screwed like eventually. But in reality, the papers are there. All right. And you can even see most of the journals here proposed by the AI, they said 2002 only one paper, 2003 only one paper, 2006 only one paper, right? If you really go and search properly, 2002 to 2002, 70 papers were there just in 2002 itself. Okay. Here, only got one paper. Why? This is not fake information. Okay. Tadi saya terlepas cara nak custom search. Okay, sekejap saya tunjuk. So we go back here, click this three button here, this burger button, and then click advanced search. Then you got all these options lah. So we put here with all of the words, HPWS, or we can put with the exact phrase, HPWS. I prefer exact phrase. Okay. So with at least one of the words. This one, okay, this one is AND function. This one is of this or function, or this quotation mark. This is OR function with at least one of the words. This is OR function. Without the words is the NOT function, NOT not. Okay. And then you got authored by, published, dated, and so on lah. Okay. So HPWS here, 2002, so same 1 year lah, within 1 year, 70 papers. Okay, maybe the student takes shortcut and ask AI to do. Yeah, that's what happened. The AI did everything. Okay, but my question is why? Why only one paper? Why AI cannot find more than that? What is the reason that AI doesn't know that in 2002, there are 69 other papers that the flow couldn't pick up? But the flow only show one. Why? Hasn't accessed open sources, paywall, doesn't have access, the info is not in the open sources. Exactly, guys. You guys are super smart. Thanks for joining the class. Makes my life easier. So if you don't have access, then why in the world people are still using AI to do literature search? That's my main prime question for those who are still using it. Please stop using it to search for literature. Go back to Google Scholar, Scopus, Web of Science to look for your literature because most of the journals are behind paywall. Okay, universities are paying millions and millions of ringgit so that you guys can access those journals. But you guys, not you guys, like generally students, go back to AI tool, just do everything there and then get screwed. See, 1 out of 70 papers, okay, 1 out of 70 papers. That means you're only getting 0.00, okay, let me put in percentage percentage. You're only looking at, if you use AI, nominally, you're only looking at 1.4% of the entire literature in your area. Scopus AI can only see everything in Scopus. The flag cannot see what is in Web of Science. That is a problem. Okay, that is definitely a problem because you need to always cover Web of Science also. That's why I still prefer Google Scholar. I'm going to show you tomorrow systematic review, how to do it properly. Okay, how to do it properly from, let me see. Yeah, okay. From step 1 all the way to step 12, how to do systematic review properly because it's very important when you want to write the first paper in your PhD, the first paper. Okay. Okay, I already replied that. Okay, no systematic review. You need 12 steps to be able to properly do it so that you don't screw up like this student. But this one I'll teach you guys in tomorrow's class. Okay, so are you all joining for tomorrow's class on publication journal related class? Are all of you joining? Let me know, please. Okay, so I will see you all tomorrow, to go through this. Okay. Depend on work, kan? Yeah, understand. Okay, so now we go into the next part. Case study 1.4. Okay, case study 1.4. Definitions not required and completely fake. Okay, this is the best part, lah. This one had single-handedly, okay, let me look at the comments in YouTube. Saying what does not exist. How about Google Scholar AI? Okay, can AI pick from it? Google Scholar Doctor. Yes, Google Scholar cannot pick up everything, Guru Sundari, on YouTube. Google Scholar can pick up everything. AI cannot pick everything. AI cannot. Because by default, all journals, when they launch a new journal, they will first index in Google Scholar. So Google Scholar gets the first view of any journals that is being published. So that's like the first place to go. Okay, Google Scholar will get all the access. That's why Google Scholar is the most comprehensive. And then if you provide original papers to the AI tools and get this on work them and provide a summary, we can rewrite it. Okay. Hussein, go and watch my first class recording on YouTube. People watching on YouTube, Hussein Rohula, go watch my first class. You have the answer there. Then you will know whether you can do that or not. Tomorrow class, same time, 2:30. Okay. So now let's continue. On Facebook, or any comment? I don't think Facebook any comment. Facebook very passive lah today. Okay, tak apa. Long time never do live. Okay, so case study 1.4, definitions not required. Okay, so the whole study, is basically HPWS, okay, and AMO. AMO theory, HPWS, correct or not? Okay, that is the whole study again. If you look at here, the search string, HPWS, AMO. Okay, both of these are very, very crucial. So it's very, very important. So this book, okay, by default given by AI, not me. AI gave him this table, Applebaum 2000, this particular book, okay, is the one that defines HPWS bundles commonly on enhancing skills A, motivation M, and opportunities O. This is the first book that combined HPWS and AMO. Okay, this first one. So that's why they really wanted to show this citation here, 2000, year 2000, AMO. So I open up the book. This is the book, Manufacturing Advantage, Why High Performance Work Systems Pay Off, Aileen Applebaum. Okay, that's the name, Aileen Applebaum, Applebaum et al., published in 2000. Okay, so I go to the search, I type AMO. No results found in this book for AMO. This is the best part of everything. Hallucination to the next level, this one. This book talk about HPWS, but this book never talk about AMO. Padahal, the citation said that the AMO and the HPWS came from this book. So, right after the examiners find out, do you think the student will fail or pass? Can anyone think the fellow will pass? That is AI. Welcome to the party. Okay, he didn't do the job. Most of them don't. You guys have no idea the kind of students we look at every day. Okay, every day. Okay, every single day. Sometimes I get paranoid looking at students. I get depressed looking at students. They just prompt the whole. I've seen a student where she's from, okay, I can say she's from Open University. I don't want to say which Open University, but the name is Open University. She wrote her whole 5 chapters. Supervisor tak check pun dekat Open University. Wrote the whole 5 chapters. Wanted to submit for Viva. When I went through, she said she's got no confidence how to explain everything. Every single references, I would say about 70 to 80% were all fake. And she knows it. That's the best part. She knows it. Okay, and she's not bothered. She said, I don't really not bothered. I got kids, I need to finish, I need to go, so I need to prompt and just paste, I just move on. Okay, so on YouTube, we have one comment from Riza Shamsuddin. I know, face the same problem. There you go. Same problem lah dengan AI ni. Okay, kalau tak baca, if you guys don't read, sorry, you have international audience. If you don't read, then that's what happens lah, unfortunately. Okay, all right. So you need to really be. It's not only integrity. I think it's more of integrity lah, actually, integrity, and then sincerity lah to what you do. What's the point of getting master's PhD with fake information? What's the point, kan? Okay. So then we have this. Okay, this one very quickly. You can see just now you saw Dr. Naeem's thesis again, Dr. Naeem's thesis, and then you saw how we structured the coaching part, how it structured the whole chapter 2 again. You look at this. High performance work systems, exploring dual outcomes, contextual moderator, contingency perspective. You look at the title, look at the section. HPWS innovation, no connection. HPWS behavior, no connection. HPWS individual outcome, no connection. No connection whatsoever. Okay? All purely AI generated. Is it fair to fail someone because of reference? A professor just resigned because of reference. You're talking about PhD student or master student. A professor just resigned in Hong Kong University last month. This month, resigned. Okay? Critical reading, eh? Sure, definitely. So this shows how disorientated AI can be. Okay, disorientated. I know a lot of people on LinkedIn, on Facebook say, do AI slides here, do thesis here, use Canva AI, use ChatGPT AI, use this AI, use that AI. Everyone encouraging because they're selling software. They make a lot of money from workshop. Okay, they make a lot of bucks. I also can make a lot of money because Jenny AI offered to pay me 2,500 USD for one video if I promote their video. Side AI approach. Even today also got two companies approach. Notepad AI or something like that. All, all for thesis writing. Per video, if we do, easily 1,500, 2,500 USD. One day can settle already one video, maximum 2 days lah. Okay, one day I can, 1 week, 1 month I can make like easily 5 to 10 videos. Easy money, yeah. 50 to 100K easy. Okay, just like that. Okay, so that's the thing. So we must have a bit of integrity lah before we start. Yeah, that's why I never did until now. Even today I got one offer. Today is today's offer was what? Today's offer was because we got more than 400,000 followers, can. So today was let me see. Who was it today? I deleted code. Let me see and trash. There you go. High noter. Today is high noter. Paid corporation. High noter. Okay. Also for research noting or something like that lah. I don't want to do. Okay. I don't want to do. That was, I think they're offering 2,000 USD. But I don't want to do. Okay. Because they offer a lot of money actually. Because the following very good. We got very good concentrated. Like you can see all our classes running. Jenny AI. I think Jenny AI offered the highest. Okay. But I don't want to do. So I leave it to you guys lah. What is the best way you want to do? Whether you want to fail or you want to pass, you want to do PhD forever. I know supervisors are using AI, okay? But let me ask you all one question lah, okay? All one question. If you use AI and you get stuck, who is going to be at the worst problem? You think your supervisor going to suffer? The university going to suffer? Or you guys going to suffer? Who is going to suffer here? Absolutely. So why you guys are bothered whether your supervisor using or your neighbor using or your front house using or back house using, your university using, you know what is going on. You guys know, actually you guys know about AI more than your university and your supervisors because you guys are exposed firsthand because you guys are trying to find solution to help you guys. Okay? Yes, use it. I'm not saying don't use it. What Asma is saying true. Use it. But don't use it like this lah. Okay, so yeah, all right. This is the final bit lah, final nail in the coffin. Can we cite refer journal? You can, but I would suggest not to. Can lah. Sometimes you really cannot avoid. So you refer only lah MDPI. Nothing wrong, but try to avoid lah if you can. Okay, all right. Every topic nowadays will include AI. Yoga Malal. Every topic. Okay, banking AI, education AI, business AI, engineering AI, everything must have the AI word behind already. Okay, that's the trend going on now. All right. Can use AI, but need to double check the facts. Everything need to double check. And the access is rather limited. Okay. And finally, end of the day, I think very hard to make through, to be fair. Okay, you can use it, but use it to the extent that it doesn't take over your own knowledge. Okay. Use it for polishing. Cannot use it for knowledge also can. Not saying don't. Sometimes certain thing you can explain in a very good manner, but make sure it's true lah. Okay, make sure it's true. Okay, so now research gaps. Okay, research gaps. Looking at this, Despite, you got few research gaps here. Just look at the first one only. Despite notable progress, the literature reveals several fundamental blind spots. First, while HPWs are widely acknowledged as enablers of innovation, research has barely engaged with the disruptive potential of digital technologies and artificial intelligence in reshaping HR practices. The absence of AI-based workforce analytics, predictive modeling, or AI-enabled training interventions from HPWS frameworks is not a minor omission but a serious limitation. So this is the first research gap. Okay. Training. This is the book. Harnessing AI to transform human resources in future workplace. This whole research gap came from this book. Okay. A book by Qureshi. First, training. Qureshi already published AI in training and development. This AI-enabled training already done, already published already. Okay. Then next job is on workforce analytics, HR analytics. Same lah, workforce and HR analytics. Done. Qureshi already published 2023 HR analytics. Done. Okay. Then the next one, predictive modeling. I don't know which year he published lah, but already published already. Predictive modeling already done. So absence of AI-based workforce analytics, predictive modeling, AI-enabled training, this one just recycled only. Just recycled only. Everything is done in this book. All these three things, the said as research gap is done already. Nothing new. Okay, remember when you ask AI for research gap, the flow will go back to its brain and take from existing knowledge. The flow don't generate new knowledge. Okay, that's why it's no more research gap. It's just recycling gap only. This is not new. You cannot use this for PhD and masters. Okay, so remember that. So that's why this one is the disaster of the disaster of the disaster. Mega disaster. Okay, understand? Clear? So this research, if I go through the whole research gap, everything will be fake. Everything will be fake. Okay? Because for those who don't know, okay, if you open this up, for those who never joined the previous class, CEO of DeepMind, the guy who created Google Gemini. Okay, this is the guy. Demis Hassabis, one of the well-known AI researcher in the world. Sir Demis Hassabis, he got knighthood already. Okay, OpenAI is lying about having PhD level AI. Okay, he is a Nobel Award winner last year, 2 years ago, 2024. He won a Nobel Award for AI in chemistry. He studied human protein with AI. Genius, this was super genius. You see at the end what the first said, Hasabi said that current AI doesn't have the reasoning capabilities of great human scientists. It cannot do reasoning. That's the problem because it don't understand context. So without reason, you cannot create anything new. Okay, without reasoning, we must have a reason to create something. If you cannot reason, you cannot know why am I doing it, then you won't be able to create something new. That's why you go and recycle. That's why AI recycles. Okay, so here you see, fundamentally, there is a mismatch between what these models are trained to do, which is next word prediction. That means you type in, give me a research gap for business management using AI, the flow will go there, predict, the flow take business management, this article, business management AI, this article, all of this, the flow take the word, everything, recycle, paraphrase, vomit out. That's it. Nothing new there. Nothing new, okay? So as opposed to what we are trying to get them to do, which is produce reasoning, the flow cannot reason. Here is the article. You guys can go and read. Have fun. Okay, at least you'll understand better how does AI work. Okay, I shared in this one as well, YouTube and Facebook as well. Okay, have a read. Then you'll understand. Okay, so take away from the failure. Okay, for those joining for the first time, understand what you're doing. Doesn't matter whether you're using AI or not. This is what I'm telling. I'm not saying don't use AI. Use AI. You want AI to do everything for you, do. That's your problem. Okay, not my problem. But make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you understand what the flag giving. AI doesn't understand context, so don't expect for a new idea. It picks up information, makes up information. AI is an advanced statistical machine to provide the best next predictable for an existing word, not creating new idea. Okay, just existing word only. And so on and so forth. Okay, remember this final thing. Examiners are not coming to read how well the AI's English sounds. English doesn't matter here. They want a real novel idea backed with facts and justification, and a PhD student can explain each and every nuances. They will twist and turn. You only must be prepared to answer. Okay, you must be so prepared to answer. So if you look at this, these are some of the AI-related failures from, this is Shanas. These are all proposal defense, proposal defense, proposal defense, proposal defense. And these are even more recent ones. Okay, just now said, can student fail by having fake reference, right? Look at this. Top 11 global university professor resigns after AI generated fake citation form. Not PhD, bugger resign, okay? This guy resigned from his position, okay, because the paper got published and Abang never checked, unfortunately, okay? Hong Kong University, go and read. You'll be surprised to see where the world is heading. And not very long ago, last month only, December 19. Okay, so that's where we are now. Okay, now let's go to thesis templates. Okay, very quickly we run this through. We took a lot of time on the first section itself. To graduate on time, thesis must be done in 2.6 years. You remember that, So avoid making any mistakes with or without AI that can burn all the progress you made. Okay, avoid that. Don't make any mistakes. Very, very important. So these are the entire timelines that I provide. Okay, this one I can provide the diagram separately to you guys. These are step-by-step consulting that we do consulting and coaching for students. Okay, from master's PhD proposal all the way to master's PhD thesis. I don't do undergraduate. Okay, so we start with step 1, step 2 to form a full proposal. This is the timeline I've stated here. Then proofreading, and then producing journals. Okay, tomorrow we'll talk more about journals. Scopus Web of Science. Then we prepare students for proposal defense. So far, our track record defense either minor correction or zero correction. Okay, but then why do I have correction consulting here for students who never come to us? They have many cases like that. Now students use AI, blast all the way. They go, then they fail here, they come back, start from us again. They go. So they want to waste the first 7-8 months, they go and waste. Not saying they're wasting, not that they cannot do, because they use AI. If they do on their own, they can do better. They don't know that. Okay. They wrongly rely too much on AI. So they just prompt and paste everything. They don't really read, don't really understand what's going on. So they tend to failure because they cannot defend. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to explain. And all the fake information, fake research gap, and so on. Okay. Then step 7, you got data collection, analysis, chapter 4 and 5. We normally focus on, for those who are in chapter 4 and 5, we focus on Smart PLS, SPSS, Amos, Tata, eView, secondary data, and then NVivo, Python, R. I think you can name whatever software. I work on almost all of it. Okay. Cost and so on, that one we need to discuss offline because it depends on case-to-case basis. But here is my WhatsApp in case if you guys need it. Okay, then after finishing chapter 4 and 5, all the analysis, all the coaching of chapter 4 and 5, we align and combine chapter 1 to 5, then we produce 2 more journals. This is first 2 journals. This is more journals if you want to. But my advice, as soon as you finish your proposal, write 2 review papers to close up your publication requirement. 2 scopus. Settle. Okay. Then final proofreading. Finish. We'll prepare you for your Viva. Finish Viva. After Viva, whatever correction we have achieved so far, quite a number of zero corrections, and the rest all mostly minor corrections. Okay. Can AI use tool? Yes, will be detected 100%. 30 AI will detect 100%. Okay, so this is what we do: coaching mode and consulting mode. Okay, so depends on what you want. These are some of the students in this 1 to 2 years. I think some of them who I can show. Okay, Nasir is one of our key achievement from University of Warwick, UK, top 10 university in the UK, Red Brick, one of our finest achievement, 4 Web of Science papers. Okay. Then we have the rest all Malaysia. Okay, INTI, USM, UKM, UPM, and so on. We got few US also, but I don't know whether I put it here or not. So these are our packages. C1 full thesis consultancy, graduate on time with minor or no correction, or C2 Scopus Web of Science publication consultancy. Okay, either with Scopus or Web of Science. 100% no AI assistance. We don't use AI. All 100% human consulted. Okay, no AI, no fake information, no fake research gap. We don't use it for this purpose. Not that we don't use it. We use it for our own purpose. But for research, we don't use it because I have to go and double check. Double check is such a pain. Since I know how to write, we know how to write generally, so we don't really use it. Okay. Even for proofreading, we try not to use it because Turnitin AI will be too high. Okay, too high. Okay. And these are some of our publication track record for most of our students and academicians. Okay. So review papers are all from chapters 1 to 3. So you can see review paper 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my own paper lah. This is my very own paper with Prof. Effie from UMT. We did this in 2024. Rain, go away, come again another day. This one took us about 2.2 years to publish, Web of Science Q1. These are all review papers. Okay, review papers. Then this one are all empirical papers. These are all empirical papers. Okay. So for Scopus, it takes about 6 months to 1.8 years. That's why you must start early. Okay. Web of Science takes about 6 months to 2 years plus. This is the nominal timing. If anyone tells you on Facebook or Insta or wherever that you can have publication accepted very quickly, please run away. Those are all scam. Don't get scammed. Some people don't believe me until they get scammed. Then it's too late lah. All right, it's too late. Okay, so those are publication consultancy, and this is template, chapter 1. Okay, so I've given you section by section, okay, for you guys to go through. You guys can download this from Telegram group, don't worry. So I've given introduction, background, how do you break down? Okay, introduction, background. Then problem statement, how do you break down? Okay, in terms of problem statement. This is coming from a topic on business management in agriculture. One of our client also, graduated PhD, minor correction. Okay, so you can see the important connectivity here, I will tell you. Okay, this introduction, okay, chapter begin by emphasizing the global shift towards sustainable practices and the role of ESG, okay, environmental social governance in reshaping corporate strategies. The same ESG will be further expanded to ESG disclosure, green innovation, firm performance on problem statement, okay. From here, okay, this part, ESG disclosure, green innovation, firm performance, okay. The rest are very straightforward. You look at chapter 2, you see how it's connected. From the problem statement, it connects to the literature review where it connects back to ESG disclosure, green innovation, and so on. That's why you need to have that flow. Otherwise, your chapter 1 and chapter 2 will have no connection whatsoever. Okay, no connection whatsoever. So then you have a theoretical foundation, empirical literature review, hypothesis development. I've given you examples here. Okay, for is publishing reviewable considered as fulfilling publication? Depends on university. UKM science faculties, no, they don't consider. Computer science, yes, but pure science, I think chemistry all cannot, I think. But social sciences all usually no problem. Every other universities, I think review papers are good. Only UKM has that limitation. Okay, I don't know you're from which university, but I don't think there's a problem. Okay. All right. As a matter of fact, some people love review paper because they get the most citation supervisors. Okay, so this is chapter 2. Chapter 2, I've given you even better template from Dr. Naeem. You can look at that or look at this, whichever that is useful. So, but make sure you always have theory, empirical literature review, hypothesis development. Very, very important. Okay. Then your methodology, research design, data sources and sample, variable and measurement, research model, hypothesis testing. You must have all these. Okay, your research design must clearly say why quantitative. You must mention in your chapter why quantitative, why not qualitative, why not mixed method. The examiner will ask, you must be able to answer. Don't say ChatGPT gave me quanti, so I do quanti. There's no such thing. You must know why you choose that research design. Okay, and nowadays AI gives very, very complex research design because they don't know what to do. So I've seen recently fully ChatGPT given, ChatGPT or Gemini, I think, 4-5 phases study. Okay, that means they got quali, then they got quanti, then they got quasi, then they got ethnography, then they got I think observation as well. Okay, real experiment and then observation. So all that, they will take at least about 6 to 7 years to finish their PhD. But they don't know. When I explain to the student never agrees. Because some of them really worship AI. I won't blame them because it makes their life easier. But they really trust what it's giving. So I say, okay lah, there's nothing, no one can help you. I wish you all the best. Once you go and collect data, you will know 5 different phases of study. So I don't think the student will finish. Okay. Secondly, using AI to improve readability acceptable. Yeah, it's acceptable, but just that depends on university. Because 100% Turnitin AI going to be high. Okay, so it depends on the university. Journals will never accept 100%. Journals, Turnitin AI must be less than 20%. Universities, some less than 20%, some less than 10%. Some don't even have Turnitin AI. Okay, all right. Okay, that's chapter 3 template. Okay, so research design, then you got data sources and sample, where you're getting your data from, secondary or primary sources, variable and measurements, what are the measurements you're doing, and then finally, what are the hypothesis testing. Okay. Then chapter 4. Chapter 4, I got even better than this because I have an updated version. If you go here to my Telegram, you type data analysis. Sorry. Okay, data analysis. There you go. You got even better template, more detailed one. I updated already. Okay. So you guys can download from there. It'll explain everything that you can do in chapter 4. Okay, and then finally, chapter 5, you have interpretation of findings. Okay, theoretical implications, practical implication, policy recommendations, limitations, future research directions. All the description of these templates, okay, just for you to understand, all the explanations are here. Okay, all the explanations are here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, now going into ChatGPT 5 reliability test. Before we move forward, any questions? A construct has some dimensions and there are researchers available on its quantity side. If we study their quality side, is it considered novel and kind of gap? Depends on the university who said. Okay, some universities won't accept it. So depends on university, depends on supervisor, depends on the type of study also. Okay, but I don't see. You can try and no harm trying. Okay. I've seen in Elsevier as AI is possible to use AI for better readability. You can use, even ChatGPT you can use. So many tools you can use to read, okay? For literature review, we are writing all the variables and theory, right? Of course, definitely. Definitely, okay? So now let's get to this. Let's finish this. Let's bring it home. So let me open up our ChatGPT. There you go. Okay. All right. So ChatGPT 5.2 thinking model. Okay. All right. Thinking model. The Scopus AI. How about that? Scopus AI is okay. I've done videos already on Scopus AI. You can see the limitation. Where is the limitation entirely? You can see. So go to my TikTok. Go to my profile. And then you can see Scopus AI. Scopus AI dekat mana ni? Ni, the Scopus AI. I've already shown already. Okay, how to use Scopus AI. Go and have a look. Okay. I've explained like quite thoroughly. Okay, I hope that is clear. Now, coming back to here. If you were to work on research related to development and retention of Generation Y employees, okay, this is a topic, topic that I like. Okay, continuing from my second class. Sorry, we have one more question. Let me see. How to differentiate between articles whether they belong to, okay, if Web of Science, okay, they have impact factor. Okay, impact factor. Scopus will have site score. You need to look out for those parameters lah. Kalau Web of Science will have impact factor, Scopus will have site score. These are the two matters for you, two parameters. Okay, coming back here. So, if you were to work on research related to development and retention of Generation Y employees, which latest high impact literature? Which latest high impact? High impact, What is high impact? What do you guys understand when I say high impact? What it means high impact? Tell me, what do you guys think is high impact? A lot of citation, okay. List in H index, most view, Q1, Q2, Web of Science Scopus, effective, used by many researchers. Okay, high impact means Web of Science, Q1, Q2. Or Scopus, if okay lah. Scopus, maybe Q1, Q2. But mostly Web of Science, Q1, Q2 are known as high impact. The whole world, this is the language used because impact factor comes from Web of Science. That's why they came up with the term high impact. Okay, so Web of Science, Q1, Q2 are nominally known throughout the world as high impact. Remember this, but some people also accept Scopus Q1, Q2 lah. It's very subjective. Okay. So I asked you which latest high impact literature would you recommend? Then the fella came out, give me let me look at this first two only lah. First two only, So the Sam Advance Management Journal. Okay, look at this. Sam Advance Management Journal. Okay, this is how you verify. This is how you verify. Okay, which journal? How do you verify whether what is the quality of the journal? Okay, so you take this Sam Advanced Management Journal. You open up. This is the one Sam Advanced Management Journal. So you take it up, you want to look at the indexing because you want high impact one. So you go to Scopus, you open up Scopus, okay, title. So let me open again. Scopus. Okay. Okay. Scopus logged in ready. We go to sources. Go to sources. Title. From here, you choose title. Put in the journal name. Sam Advanced Management Journal. Find sources. No sources were found. Why? Why no sources were found? What do you guys think? Why there is no sources found when I search in Scopus for this particular journal? Let me also check in Web of Science. Okay, Web of Science MJL, Master Journal List. Okay, this will tell you free version. Okay, this is the free version. I won't tell you much of a detail, but will tell you whether it's Web of Science or not. So I come here, I search for it. Okay. Why no sources found? Not true. Not true what? Made up journal, hallucination. It's a predatory journal. Don't exist. The journal exists. This is the journal. Journal exists. Journal member exists. Okay. It is not indexed in Scopus here. It is not indexed. Okay. That is why I say AI, no matter which AI, the flow don't understand, the flow don't have reasoning. It doesn't understand context. The flow just go back to the, what do you call that, to the brain. The flow will look for the word high impact and the flow look for the word journal and topic. The flow see which one matching. Matchmake. It's matchmaking. Remember matchmaking. Betul ke tak, true or false, the flow don't care. Okay? The flow don't care. The flow just want to give you an answer. Like what I shown lah. So, this is what we call hallucination. Yes, so like how to check index of paper, this is how you check lah. You go Scopus, you type out the title of the journal lah. Web of Science MGL, you type out here. There's also JCR, tapi JCR kena bayar lah. Journal citation ranking, you need to pay. Web of Science JCR. This one is Web of Science MGL, it's free. Okay, this is how you search. So let me give you the link for those who wants the link. MJL, there you go. This is Scopus. There you go. Okay. Okay, for those who are on YouTube, that is your link. Okay, and Scopus, I think most of you know anyway, but now let me just share. It's okay, no harm. All right, no harm, no fall. So, on Facebook, Facebook, let me find you guys. You share? Okay, Kelvin will share, no problem. Kelvin will share. All right, so, done, clear? This is what we call hallucination because the flow don't understand what is high impact. Yang ni, it is Scopus journal but not indexed in Web of Science. So also not high impact. Okay, so you got many more here lah. I don't want to go through all that, but you can see that is what we call hallucination. That's why I keep telling students, don't cite everything AI gives you. Most of it are rubbish journals. Go and cite good journals. Don't cite rubbish journals. Faham tak? Don't cite rubbish journals. Where is YouTube tadi I buka? There you go. Okay, all right. Okay. If work checked from Turnitin AI, it comes 120%, but because it didn't mention zero, depends. If Turnitin AI below 20%, I think it should be okay. I think so. As long as the content not fake, I think it should be okay. Okay, all right. So now let's go to research gap analysis. On the same topic, I tell the floor, can you create a research gap based on the papers above? This is ChatGPT 5.2, 5.2. Latest model in the world, premium version. Premium, premium, not free, premium. Can you create a research gap based on the papers above? Okay, so that will give me these two things. Let's go back to the slide. The first one, SAM Advanced Management Journal, non-index. Next one, PMC Scopus Index. Okay. me reduce the icon already. Okay. Now coming to two important gaps, exactly the same. I just copied from there. Okay, these are the gaps. Okay, this is what I've pasted here. Okay, so we look at just the first gap. Okay, first gap alone, first gap. Under-examined intersection. I don't know what is the meaning of that. It just sounds very bombastic without any proper, without any proper meaning to it. Okay, but never mind, it sounds bombastic, so we take it. Okay, under-examined intersection. All right. While universal drivers of retention are well established, their interaction with the unique carrier stage of Gen Y, okay, their interaction with the unique carrier stage of Gen Y, often mid-carrier, balancing growth, family, and flexibility demands remains underexplored. Okay, most of the word here I don't even know its meaning, but never mind. Okay, current studies either debunk generational stereotypes entirely or focus narrowly on single practices, flexible work mentoring, and so on. But few test integrated models that combine development support, that means no combination of framework, development support, psychological contracts, and meaningful work specifically for early mid-career millennials. Okay, no model have done for early mid-career millennials on development support, psychological contract, and meaningful work. So do you guys think this is a real research gap? What do you guys think? Before I show the answer, do you think this is a real research gap? Anyone wants to answer? Can be yes, can be true, can be no. Okay. Very simple, guys. Always go to Google Scholar and search. You can easily search, okay? So you go open up Google Scholar, you go to Google Scholar, you type out the word developmental support, psychological contracts, meaningful work, okay? All of this is given here, okay? All of this given here, right? Type all that, then okay, and then employee, all right? So all of this you type out properly. You see the first paper here, the meaning of employee loyalty among millennials in the age of gig economy and side hustles. Meaningful work, developmental support, psychological contracts. Done. Okay, done. So whatever AI given you, 5.2 thinking model, development support, psychological contracts, meaningful work for millennials, already done. The entire content was the research gap, the idea was recycled from this paper. Fully recycled. This is an open access paper. You can see PDF here. That's why the recycled from this kind of paper. Because it is related. It's not new. Okay, do you guys agree that it's not new? You saw what is happening here. Okay, I don't even want to go into this. Okay, so this itself already a killer. Okay, clear? So be very, very careful. Don't simply take things and apply as it is. Don't dig your own grave. You need to still do your work. All right. So end of the day, I done already. I showed this one result already. End of the day, the issue still pertaining. If ChatGPT is a problem, all AI tools in the world is a problem now. Because you know why? All the AI tools, they use API, the model, the brain, they use OpenAI. They don't have their own model. They just develop the application layer only. That means this is the brain, the just put one layer of application. The put button, put all the algorithm, everything. But the brain mostly is still OpenAI. OpenAI sells their brain a lot through the API model. Okay, so issues, contextual problem remains on ChatGPT 5.2. Hallucination definitely remains. Recycling as known as misinformation definitely remains also. Only can fully access open access journal only. Okay, cannot access closed access journal. I think all that we have already gathered. Okay, and Turnitin AI is definitely a very big problem, which I'm going to talk in the next slide. Use AI. I'm telling you, don't use. Use AI in conjunction with Google Scholar, Web of Science, and Scopus. Understand your content. Don't simply prompt and paste, guys. Don't simply prompt and paste. Okay, don't simply prompt and paste. So now we're going into Turnitin AI. Okay. Turnitin AI expands capabilities amid rising threats posed by AI bypasses. This one, although the flight announced 27 August, it only became active 15 October. We know because our phone never stopped ringing after 15 October to solve the 18 AI problem. Everything you touch AI was flagged, unfortunately. Okay. So the new bypasser detection capabilities integrated seamlessly with 19 AI's overall AI writing detection capabilities. When AI writing detection is enabled, educators can automatically check submissions for likely AI-generated content, as well as content that may have been further modified by leading bypassers, that means humanizers. Now, so humanizers won't work. Stop wasting your time. All right. So this is simplest example. Two example. One, we have Dr. Jalo from University of Wisconsin Whitewater. We coach the thesis from chapter 1 all the way to chapter 6. Okay. After he finished everything, before his Viva, he went to Grammarly. No, after his Viva. Before his Viva, went for Grammarly check. He did all accepted as it is. Okay. Unfortunately, AI started detecting 94%. Then we had to paraphrase everything. This is our solution, human-based paraphrasing. And we managed to hit 0%. 94%, bring it down to 0% for 6 chapters is not easy. Okay, it's not easy. It's hell on earth. It's a lot of work. Okay, and this is another same example. Also use Grammarly. No, this one is Quillboard, I think. Use Quillboard to, I think, to proofread or something like that. But they did all the work on their own, to be fair. Okay, this one are very top researchers from Taiwan. Okay, consumer switching intention towards e-commerce platforms, blah, 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 blah. So we had to paraphrase after using Quillboard, 94% to 0%. We had to paraphrase because totally useless Quillboard. Finally published in Web of Science SSCI Q1, top 6 in the world, Elsevier Journal. All right, so this is what we do in the place of Turnitin AI solution. Okay, remember, humanizing tools won't work anymore. So for those who want to do it on their own, don't want to use any services that we provide, I'm totally happy. Here I've shared full tutorial, 9 minutes, 8 minutes on our YouTube. You can go and watch how to reduce Turnitin AI. You can start paraphrasing on your own also. Okay. Okay, now coming to the final bit of today's class. Okay, so this is proposal defense preparation. There are no alternatives for Turnitin. We have tested everything already. So you can go to my video here. Okay, TikTok. Let me come down here. Close this one. I don't know why it's not closing. Okay, TikTok here. I've shown many alternatives already. Most of it are useless. Okay, it's incomparable to what do you call that? Turnitin. Okay, so you can see Turnitin AI versus other AI plagiarism. Okay, you can check this video. 129,000 views. Okay, you can check this, you'll understand. Okay, so have fun doing that. Okay, so now coming here, these are the questions that you will get when you go into your proposal defense and Viva. Question number 1. Okay, this one are questions that I accumulated over the years for students that we coach and consulted. When they go to defense, they come back, we collect the questions. We will see what are the kind of questions. Okay, so question 1, this is some of it very simple. In few sentences, can you tell us what your study is all about? What is your motivation for this study? How will this study contribute to the body of knowledge? What is the significance of the study? Now, this is a very killer AI question. What is the distribution of a reference list? By looking at a reference list, an examiner can know whether you use AI to just prompt and paste or you really do your work. The distribution of references, how many books, how many high-impact journal, how many Q1, Q2, how many open access, how many predatory. From the looks of it, they will know easily. I look at the reference list, I will know this one AI or not AI. Easy, easy. Okay? Then your university might say, okay, your examiner, your supervisor might say, okay, just use AI, just use AI. But end of the day, you don't know who will be your internal examiner and your external examiner. You don't know who will come to dig your grave. You don't know. And whatever they say is final. You cannot do anything. So if they are hater of AI, they hate students who don't do their work on their own. There are many people like that. You will be taken for a ride. And these are some of the indicators, real indicators. Okay. Day before yesterday, we had one DBA student, okay, from USM, okay, DBA. Failed, reviva, not just resubmit, need to do reviva, okay. So his external applauded his work. At the external say very good work. Internal killed the thesis. The question she asked, the fella cannot answer the student. He was just sharing with me day before yesterday. Cannot answer. The lady just put up a lot of things. Cannot answer because he never did anything. Everything from AI. So he cannot. A bit of twist of theory, a bit of twist of variable framework. Finish. Done deal. Fail. Redo. Whole thesis. Reviva. Okay? Must be very, very careful. These are one of the indicators. Give some hint how to identify AI references. AI references open access mostly open access, mostly predatory, mostly low impact, low quartile scopus. The moment you see a lot of open access, you know already this is fully AI. A lot of books, okay, a lot of books, a lot of websites. Very little high impact Q1, Q2 journal. If you see a lot of MDP, a lot of frontiers and so on, AI. Okay. So that's why reference list is very important. And then next part, what limitations did you encounter? What are your findings? We finish this quickly. What methods or sampling techniques did you employ? This one easy to answer, but the following question will come. Why choose this method and how is it better than existing applied methods? If you say quantity, why not quali? Oh, you got two theories, why not five theories? Why two theories only? They'll ask all these questions. You must be very, very careful when it comes to that. Okay. Then question number 10. Based on your findings, what are your recommendations? Okay. Based on your findings, what are your recommendations? Based on your findings, what areas will you suggest for future research? All this you need to know exactly your area. If you prompt and paste, you cannot know the answer. 100% you won't know the answer. How can your research study be put into practice? How was the connectivity? This is a killer question. How was the connectivity between problem statement and the literature chapter established? If you prompt and paste, you can definitely not answer this question. Okay, this particular question, because you don't know why this problem statement connected to this chapter 2 literature review. You don't know the connectivity. Okay. What would you change if you were to conduct a study again? Easy. What are your, this one is another killer question. What are your research variables and related measuring instrument? What are your research variables? Explain to us from dimensions to variables, how were all derived from literature? They'll ask you why this IV? Why this dimension within this IV? Okay, why this theory? Why this mediator? What theory used for this mediator? Okay, what theory used for this IV? Is this the only theory that can connect both? How about, let's say you say I use RB, they'll say, why not UT? Why not thumb model? Why not any other theories? This is how they'll twist and turn. So you must know why you never use all those theories. You must be able to defend that work. This is reality and this is how it will be. Or probably worse. I'm just being nice. Okay, it will be even worse. Okay. Then number 17, what do you plan to do with your research? Okay, easy. What are your research questions and why do you need it? Quite difficult question because you need to be able to justify why the question, what source of data was employed for the study, what theories or theoretical framework is your study based on, and how would you relate your findings to existing theories on the study? What recommendations do you have future research, scope of study, question, do you have committee, do you have any closing comments? 25 questions, typical ones, not deeper ones. These are surface ones. There are more typical detailed questions as well. But this one just to give you some practice lah. Okay? So, today's class, I'll give you all this. We are coming to the end ready. For today's class, we'll give you all these free notes, all these free templates. I'll email to you guys. Kelvin, share the registration link. Kelvin will be sharing the registration link in Zoom, in YouTube, and also on Facebook. So make sure you guys sign up so I can send you all these templates. Okay, please don't put the email here. I'm not going to pick up your email. We will give you the link. You register inside the link. Okay, wait for that. Okay, so this one will be in the next class. Not next class, probably the next. This will take time to explain. Okay, this is something new I created. Inverted expanded literature matrix to build critical review. This is the first time I'm revealing this, but tak sempat lah hari ni. No, don't have time for this. And next class, tomorrow, so I don't have time. Tomorrow, remember, got publication class, That's the final for this 2025, unless got requests. Okay, unless got requests. So this one we go through another day. It's from this template basically. Okay, so for all the students, if you're still stuck, don't worry. Okay, that is what we do. These are all our coached PhD students: UTM, UITM, USM, Taylor's, Lincoln, UKM, UPM, UUM. All the students here never use AI except this guy. Okay, this guy used AI, my very good friend, Dr. Shanas. UPM PBS, Putra Business School, failed. Total, 100% failed. Then we had to redo the thesis for 1 year and 2 months. We coached the whole thing back. 2024, he failed. Re-Viva 2025, last year. Passed lah. But different examiner. The first examiner don't want to come back. Okay, he didn't want to come back. All right. So these are some of the success stories. We also have a lot of publication in place. Coach PhDs, our coached papers, and our Turnitin AI solution. 100% we can hit 0% Turnitin AI. Nothing to worry. Okay. So that's what we do. So overall, if you're stuck, we can help with the PhD proposal, Scopus Web of Science publication, proposal defense preparation, how to build slides, how to prepare, and so on. Proposal defense examiner response. If you fail or you did not do well because of AI, you can come back to us. Data analysis and interpretation, chapter 4 and 5 lah. Thesis to journal conversion, PhD Viva preparation, and finally, after your Viva, thesis examiner response. Okay, that's what we do. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thank you for calling it impressive. Appreciate it. So for those who are looking for proofreading, normal proofreading, okay, that is how a proofreading will look like. Okay, this is none other than Dr. Harold's paper. Okay, that is Dr. Harold's paper, and that is what we do to the paper lah. End up published in SSCI Q1, impact factor 9.2. Okay, and we also have 30% off for thesis proofreading, not everything else. Thesis proofreading only. Proofreading, translation, formatting only. It's a whole package lah. All right, and also you get a lifetime language warranty, full lifetime for any documents that you give us lah. Okay, so that's all. I think this one we can skip. We just see in tomorrow's class. So don't forget, tomorrow we have a class. With that, thank you very much. We are done for the day. Sharp 4:31. We are done. All right. So very timely. So with that, if there's any questions, terima kasih. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining. If there is any questions, please feel free to ask. And again, I would like to stress, I'm not against using AI. Okay, use your AI, but be careful lah. You need to know what you're doing, what's happening. You need to understand that. Kelvin, I think you need to reshare the link again because I don't think it's clickable on Facebook. Yeah. Oh, can. It's clickable. Yeah, can. Okay, for Facebook, we shared the form already. Kelvin shared the form again. Zoom, please sign up. Okay, so we can email the notes. Thank you very much. On YouTube also, please sign up so that we can send you the notes. Don't forget. And for replay of classes 1 and 2, soft landing. Try our best soft landing. Okay, so classes 1 and 2, you can find it on YouTube. Okay, replay. This one also you can find it on YouTube also. The live class will be there. Okay, so with that, thank you very much, guys. Take care. All the best. Can you share the question? Yeah, it's already in Telegram group. You can download from there. It's already there. Okay, and Rehman Ullah Khan, can you WhatsApp me? WhatsApp me, then I'll add you. Okay, so with that, thank you, guys. Take care. All the best to you. If you have any questions, please ask. If no more questions, then we can call it a day. All can go back home ready. Okay, enjoy, have fun. On YouTube, any more questions? No more questions on YouTube. I think all good to go. Okay. Thank you. See you guys. Bye-bye.